H-Town, America, what's going on? What's up? Welcome to the Chop Shop, the number one urban sports talk show, show in the country. Y'all, you see I'm a little behind, but yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. I'm a little excited about the show today. Oh, I'm a little excited. Y'all can see Chris Walker texted me early this morning. I've been busy all morning. And he texted me early this morning. He called me. I wouldn't answer the phone because I was busy. And he talking about make sure you have the Dallas Cowboys in the background. So guess what, Mindy? Come on, Mindy. Let them have a day, Mindy. Let them have a day, Mindy. Let them have a day. But welcome now today. It's Tuesday. He said the background is killing us. Yeah, we're going to live through it, y'all. Do me a favor. Since the background is killing y'all so much, share the show with some people that you want to kill a little bit. Just share the show. And if you're not a subscriber on YouTube, make sure you get to YouTube and subscribe. Chop Shop, type in Chop Shop HTX and then subscribe to the YouTube site. There's some people that have been watching this show for a long time. And it was so funny. They said, Robert, I didn't know. And they clicked over and subscribed just yesterday. So some people, the reason I repeat it over and over, some people don't know. So I'll repeat it. But let me, as customary, let me start out with my starting five. Those are the first five people that sign on to the Chop Shop feed via YouTube or Facebook. And today, that starting five are Jeremy Davis. Who else we got? Jeremy Davis. Hold up, Jeremy. Let me check. Who's Sonia Billingsley, Karen Thomas, Rod Wells, and Gary Sinclair. And the sixth man of the day is Corey Willis. What's up, Corey? But I'm going to shout out to everybody. I see y'all. I see you, Tyrone. I see you, Thad. I see you, Mindy. She had to say something. Chris Charles, I see you. Then change your avatar. What's up, Mark Edwards? Mark Edwards, let me tell you something. I love you there. Yeah. If I don't get those emails, I can't check them right before the show because I'm working and I'm doing other stuff that ain't got nothing to do with the Chop Shop. So I don't see, if you don't send it to me the night before, I won't get a chance to read the email. So if you want me to look at some stuff, make sure I get it a day before, because on the day of the show, I really don't look at the email as much. I'm just get a little housekeeping. Who else? What's up, Dale? I know Dale is happy. Where's King Gamble? I'm waiting on him. What's up, Trey Phillips? Let me see if any Dallas Cowboys fans. She says she loved the background. I got another one for you. Dale. Yeah, I got more than one for you. Hold on. I got another one for you back there. I keep changing them all day. So they beat a rebuilding team. Okay. But what if they'd have lost though, Sonya? They got the W and earned it. I just hate the I know y'all do. Yeah, how about them Cowboys? Hey, how about, and then, you know how I am, man. Y'all already know how I am, man. Man, I felt sorry for Dak last night. Felt sorry for Dak. I don't know why. I just felt sorry for him. Let me see. Let's see. Who else? I just want to look. This is going. Yeah, Chris Walker's supposed to be here. Hey, Stephanie. What's going on? Where you been, Stephanie? We've been missing you. Stephanie, let me tell you something. You have a little birthday, and then you forget about the Chop Shop. We hadn't seen you since your birthday. Did you party that much? Was the party that good at your birthday? You forgot about us? What's up, Alfio? Let me see. I'm just reading that. Hey, Tori, I got you 6 o'clock on Friday. Let's talk about. Okay, I got you, Mark. Mark, we might talk about it, but I haven't had a chance to read what you said. How about them Cowboys? Yeah. What up? What's up, Reginald Simpson? Let me see what else I got. Hatter. Hold on. Do me a favor. I seen Rod Wells. That's a good comment. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pin that comment because I did not read it. I just heard other people reading it off. I'm going to try to find when I take a little break, I'm going to find the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar comment. Rod Wells, I just put you as a favorite comment. I'm gonna come back to it. We cannot look at the background for the entire show. Okay, all right, all right. Just close your eyes and just listen, Mark Edwards. Just close your eyes. Mark Edwards, since you just said something smart. Hold up, Mark. I'm gonna change it again, Mark. I'm gonna change it again. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna change it again. I'm gonna change it again. If you say something else about the Dallas Cowboys, I'm gonna change it. I got enough backgrounds to change it every few minutes. So y'all better leave us alone today. Hold up. Let me see. What else I got? I got something else. Let me keep looking at my people. Y'all, I'm talking to the people today. I'm talking to y'all. Kyrie Irving, yes, I agree, Mindy. We're gonna talk about that. Hey, Akila, I saw your post, girl. Girl, let me tell you, I saw your post. I ain't gonna talk about it on there, but God dog it, I don't like that. But I'm praying for you. The Texans beat an inferior team for their only win. Come on, Corey, leave the Texans out of this today. Cause Mindy love them Texans. Hey y'all, Mindy was at the game to see the Texans got their head beat in this week, the other day too. I'm just letting y'all know, Mindy was at the game watching the Texans get their head beat in the other night. You know, she put it live. She went live on us. Oh, you back at work? Okay. Let me see. I'm just going through the. Mindy said us. Mindy, you know I have a slip of the tongue sometimes. You know, I'm like Robert. I'm like Martin. I love the kids. I love everybody. What's up, man? I did say that. I'm sorry. I did say that. Man, let me tell you something, Trey Phillips. Y'all know, y'all got to know my heart on some of this shit stuff now. Y'all know my daughter, the pride and joy of my life. She loved them Dallas Cowboys. Y'all know my sister, she love them. So I don't like the Cowboy fans. I kind of like the Cowboys. Look at that stadium back there. Think about it, y'all. When I go to Dallas, Mindy, I can go anywhere and stay. But guess what? I like to stay in Frisco at the Dallas Cowboy Hotel. They treat me good over there, Mindy. I used to stay downtown all the time. But then, because I can walk out to the practice facility. Y'all got to understand. Listen. I'm going to tell y'all a secret. Don't y'all tell nobody. But when I was a little boy, my whole room was Dallas Cowboys. Tony Dorsett was my hero. Bob Hayes was my hero. Drew Pearson. All of these guys. I had the pajamas. I had the socks. I had the lunchbox. I had everything. But that's when I was a little boy. But when I became a man, Mindy, and I'm going to help you, when I started representing professional athletes, I stopped being a fan. I had to, because I couldn't let my heart get into trouble, because I might have a player on this team and a player on this team, and I might be sitting with one of them's mom. So I had to sit back and train myself to just chill. On the inside, I want the good play. I want the good play from there. I want a good play. But Mindy, I can't afford to be a fan. When I be telling y'all that, I'm not trying to say I'm better than nobody. I just can't afford to be a fan. I just can't. Because fan is the root word for fanatic. And I'm not a fanatic for anything but Jesus. So I keep telling, maybe I have to keep repeating that. Got to keep repeating that. But it's just a unique thing. It's certain players. You notice, I like players. I like the personalities. I like Dak's story. I didn't like him not kneeling for the anthem, but guess what? I like other parts of his life. So yes, I'm sometimes out there, but y'all might think, yeah, I go and say us, yes. But guess what? Mindy, I got tickets to the Texans game. And I'm not going. I'm not going. You know why? Don't represent nobody on that team. So if I was a fan, I'd show up and I'd be in there cheering with y'all. You follow me? So I'm blessed to be able to go to any game around the country. But guess what? I just don't. And it's okay. It works for me. I love golf. But guess what? Tiger Woods walked past me. Shit, he just walked past me. If he don't say nothing to me, I ain't gonna say nothing to him. That's just where hold up. I love Samuel Jackson in The Time to Kill. That's just the way I was raised. That's just the way I was raised. I never in my life asked of nobody for their autograph. Never, ever, never. Hold up. They still talking about the Cowboys. I got something else for them. Y'all share the show and quit running your mouth. Share the show. I got something else for you. Hold up. Got another background. I'm going to keep changing the background. I'm going to keep changing the background. Every time y'all say something about the Dallas Cowboys and Chris Walker's Cowboys, I'm going to change it. What's up, Rick Godfrey? He said, good afternoon for advertising for the season opener. What did he say for advertising? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I got you, Mr. Rick Godfrey. But y'all, hey, let me tell you something. How did I want to start this day off? But how about them Cowboys? Well, my Cowboy fans, hey, this day. Y'all leave them alone. Tell me what y'all thought about that game last night. Y'all let me tell you something. I saw this tweet. Dude said, I'm old enough to remember. I'm gonna show you, Mindy. If y'all give me 1 sec, let me play one commercial right quick. Hold on. Let me play this, and I'm coming right. I promise I'm coming right back. Chop Shop, we'll be right back. Hold
on. How are you going to be on the stage? How are you going to get from off the bench to on the floor? If you love basketball, you got to be passionate about what you do. You can't just play just to play.
If you really want it, you'll need to make sacrifices. You'll face doubt. You will fail. Whether or not you succeed, that's choice.
How are you going to be on the stage? How are you going to get from off the bench to on the floor? If you love basketball, you got to be passionate about what you do. You can't just play just to play.
If you really want it, you'll need to make sacrifices.
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes. Let me tell y'all something. It's two ladies in my life. The reason I can't talk too crazy about the Dallas Cowboys. My sister is on the Jacqueline Ballard. That's my sister. She's on the screen right now. Y'all think I'm going to break up my happy home and not cheer for the Cowboys? Y'all got to be crazy. That's my oldest sister. It's like my other mother. You know how your mama and then your older sister, them like your two mamas. That's her. And she's on the screen right now. And she y'all can say hi to her. Great woman of God. And she the leader of the season. She one of the leaders of the seasoned saints at her church. And just so proud of her. And just so proud of her. So what else we got? I was going somewhere with this. Mindy said, I'm married to a Cowboy fan. Oh, now I got it. I got it, Mindy. I got it. And let me see who else. Let me see. Somebody said something when I was gone. I know. I want to see what they said. I wanted to see. But y'all got quiet when I left. So let me think about that. Let me talk about this Dak. I'm old enough to remember when Skip Bayless said Dak Prescott would be a bad leader because he admitted to having mental health challenges. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember Skip Bayless? Just go Google it. Go Google it. I'm going to let y'all. He said, let me tell y'all, Dak Prescott been leading this team. Let me tell y'all something. And Chris Walker said it, but they are one play away from being undefeated. To the person who said that was a losing team that they beat last night, they are one play away from being undefeated. It could have beat the mighty Tom Brady. But I remember when this guy, what's his name? What's the guy name? Skip Bayless said that about Dak Prescott. But let me tell y'all something. This is a guy, Dak Prescott, is a guy who had to believe in himself. Y'all, you remember, he was a low-round draft pick. I think a 4th-round draft pick. Because a lot of guys didn't believe in him. He was brought in just to back up Tony Romo. He was brought in, he 4th-round draft. You know, when you draft a 4th-round quarterback, you hope he pan out. This guy went from there. Then he got injured last year before he got his big deal. You know, cried on the way off the field. You follow me? You know, so when I look at stuff like that, see, y'all, I tell y'all it's about players. Y'all be mad because, Robert, you switching team. No, I'm switching. I'm going with a player that I happen to like. I am player driven. I love people. If Sonia Billingsley was to go and find another job, she worked at Federal Express and she went to another job, you think I'm going to stop liking Sonia because she went on another job? No, these guys are just changing jobs. And I know as a fan, you don't think of it like that. These are my guys. I love them. I pay money to get in the game. I just got, they are mine. I own them. I own them sons of, them sons of, you follow me? And I applaud you for loving your teams. I'm just a guy that like players. But this Dak Prescott, I'm just so proud of Dak Prescott. And I watched, and then I like the guy, what his name? CeeDee Lamb. I like CeeDee Lamb. And I really just like him. You know my favorite thing is CeeDee Lamb. When girlfriend tried to grab the phone, he said, "Oh, baby." I'll never forget CeeDee Lamb. So those human interest stories, to me, that would make me like certain teams, like certain players, and like certain things. So I saw some, y'all, and I want to share this with y'all, man. I'm trying to see how I'm gonna start it out. It's a unique topic. I'm gonna need your input on this. I was trying to wait on the guys to come in, but man, I can't wait on them. Several things I saw, and I'm sitting here watching. I'm sitting here thinking about what happened, with the NBA in the press conference and all we talking about. What's up, Kenneth Gamble? I just asked about you. All we talking about is Kyrie Irving and thank you, Stacey. I tried to call you back yesterday, but all we talking about is Kyrie Irving and what's the other guy, Andrew Wiggins, and we making this story. We making this. Rod Wells, you talking to the right person. Miss Ballard know everything about Memphis. My sister, yeah, she know everything about Memphis. But y'all help me with this. And I'm glad I got some smart people. Share the show right quick, y'all, because I need more people. I'm gonna need some more input on this one. and guess what? It's all right for you to have input, but if the input is not, I'm gonna challenge you on your input now. I get tired of people. You told me to comment, and then I comment, and you talk. I'm not gonna agree with your comment all the time. I just say it's all right to comment. Yeah, it's all right to comment. It's definitely all right. But I was thinking about we bringing so much attention to Kyrie Irving, and Andrew Wiggins, right? I think they're getting too much attention. And y'all follow me here, Steve. Hey, Steve, I need you right now. Y'all follow me on this one now. I'm just trying to look at it another way, okay? And if you don't look at it that way, it's okay. Put it on the screen so I can challenge what you say. So it's all right. Y'all challenge me all the damn time. But when I put something back on there, they get a little sensitive, Jackie. Where's my sister? Oh, here she goes. See? Yes, I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm glad you didn't put them down. We won. Hey, my sister and my daughter Hold up. And my brother, oh, he's going to be with the ancestors right now. He had his golf bag was Dallas Cowboy, right? So help me out. Yeah, Jonathan Isaac. Thank you, Corey. Corey, you follow me now. Now help me here, Stacy. I need y'all. Y'all help me. I think they're getting at the same time, y'all. Rolling Stones interview came out. The same time Rolling Stones, let me show you something. I'm going to show you how life. It's a guy on this feed. I ain't going to call his name. He sent me the Rolling Stone. Check this out. He sent me the Rolling Stone article, but he didn't send me the Sports Illustrated article. This is just how we think. Oh, Gary, that's how I say it now, Gary. Gary, as I know better, I do better. That's why I don't say he died. He's gone to be with the ancestors. I don't say he passed away no more. He's gone to be with the ancestors because really that's what he did. Okay, now, Gary, I'm glad you put that out there, Gary. You didn't miss that, man. Sharp. See, we got some sharp Jackie. My sister Jackie. We got some sharp people on here, right? All right. Thank you. I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna pin your comments when I see them. I'm gonna pin your comments when I see them. Okay. Now check this out. Now talking about this Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone did a piece about the NBA and the players and the vaccine, the vaxxers, the anti-vaxxers versus the vaxxers. They said that, man. But guess what? Sports Illustrated did another article. Oh Lord, he on here. Oh Lord, he done came in, y'all. He done came in, y'all. No, that's not a Southern colloquial phrase. That's Africana studies, Gary. Africana studies that I've been studying over the last 2 years. Phrase. I'm just helping you. They ain't got nothing to do with Southern. It's an Africana studies thing. But hey, y'all, let me bring this guy on, but I got to finish my story. But I might mute him because I might wait to bring him on. Let me wait to bring him on because I don't want him to interrupt because this is a great story. So I'm going to leave him in the green room. So let me help you. Let me help you. At the same time, Rolling, he can hear me. Yeah, Chris is on there. He can see y'all comments. He can see everything. But I don't want to bring him in because he's going to interrupt me. Y'all, he can't help it. He can't help it. I love it. But that's my brother. But guess what? Oh, my good. I want to choke him. But guess what? At the same time, I said, Rolling Stones came out with an article. Everybody talking about it because Kyrie in a minute. Okay? But there's another story in Sports Illustrated came out at the same time. It was about Karl Anthony Towns. That is the story that should be leading this discussion. I'm talking about how a 25-year-old kid, had to deal with the grief of burying his mother, who went on to be with the ancestors because of COVID. He also got COVID himself, lost 50 pounds, and had a panic attacks and the fear he faced going in public. I know a lot of y'all ain't read this article. Go find it. Sports Illustrated. Those are some of the discussions that we need to have instead of talking about that Kyrie and them boy, that mess. That's who the discussion should be about. The vaccination discussion should revolve around this story. I want y'all, Sports Illustrated, Karl Anthony Towns story. Why is his well-being not the center of attention? You didn't see the Minnesota Timberwolves. The reporters didn't have him in front of the camera. They just had Kyrie. I'm just showing you how the media paints the narrative for you. Why this story is not a narrative, I don't know. Why are we letting Kyrie who is lacking those crazy conspiracy theorists on Instagram stories, why are we letting him drive the discussion? That's why I watch what people say on this feed, because Jimmy and Chris, it's our responsibility to drive the discussion. Because if something happens on this show, we're responsible. A lot of this is the media, like I said, that the sensational Kyrie story is more important than the tragic Karl Anthony Towns story that went out last year. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, I understand your confusion. Because up until the reason why Rudy Gobert thing, that Rudy Gobert thing was such a big deal. Chris, I'm going to bring you in. I know you're listening. I'm going to bring you in. Because until that point, we were told if you're healthy, it's not a problem. Okay? Then all of a sudden, an NBA athlete, the top 1% of fitness guys, 40 minutes a game guys, 2% body fat guys. He lost his taste, Rudy Gobert. A year later, Jaden Tatum struggled with his breathing. Jason Tatum, struggled with his breathing, 22 years old. All of a sudden, but it's not a big deal to people. This is how far we've gone in the conversation on COVID. It's not a big deal that a 22-year-old boy. Well, you have a young 25-year-old athlete losing 50 pounds. I don't know about y'all, my old ass can't lose no 50 pounds. And the reaction is, let me do my research. What research do you have to do? We have people who their whole life has been dedicated to studying diseases. Why are we not listening to them? But you'll come on this show, if Chris Walker tell you something about recruiting, you believe it. If Jimmy Hicks tell you something about recruiting and rankings, you believe it. I understand how political it got, ladies and gentlemen. I understand. I was in it. I was reluctant at first. Somebody said they missed the feed. That's me. Hey, Mike. That means the feed is going on, Mike. That means your feed stopped. Everybody else feed working, baby. Check your internet over there, Mike. But you don't have to be part of politics, y'all. You could just say, this is an important issue. And Kyrie, I get where he coming from. I'm about to close, Chris. And Kyrie, I get where he coming from. He's in a position in his life, Chris, where he don't want any foreign things in his body. Facebook got cut off. I'm still seeing Sonya on Facebook. I'm still on Facebook. Chris probably on Facebook. I don't know. Well, go because y'all got to realize when I'm talking stuff like this, Chris, I'm gonna bring you in now, Chris. I can bring you in. I'm gonna bring you in, Chris. Chris, but let me finish, Chris. I got you. IWC, I got you. He's in a position in his life where he don't want to put nothing foreign in his body. He's a vegan. He's on the Dick Gregory, Dick Gregory diet. I'm talking about Kyrie. But Chris, I also see him as somebody that is intentionally a contrarian at all times. Just me studying him over years. I tried to recruit him out of Duke. My guess is that he's a super duper smart kid, but never had to do a lot of the reading. Like a critical thinker. He smart in his own limited way. Let me tell you something. He put stuff out like the earth is flat. Just to get attention. Or just to get attention. Attention. This is Kyrie Irving, in case you don't know. He came, the earth is flat. Just to get attention. Just to get attention. When asked at the press conference, now he do all of that, but asked at the press conference yesterday, Chris, when they was asking him about this fact stuff, he said, it's a private issue. But you've been public about every thing else, but it's a private. And Chris, when you see what COVID is doing to our communities, his statements are fueling an already skeptical but warranted view of the government. And this stuff is continuing the pandemic. Chris, I don't know about you. I'm ready to go do something. I'm ready. There's some places I want to go that I can't go. Now we got mutations. We got the Delta. I don't know, Chris. You might not know. Now they got the Lambda. Like it's a damn sorority now. You got the Delta. Now it's the Lambda variation. And it's having, these people's voices are having massive ramifications, Chris Walker. But give you this. His mother is Native American. She passed away. She taught basketball on the reservations, right? He went to visit a reservation not too long ago where everybody on the reservation was vaccinated, Chris, and wearing a mask. But he came there, he wasn't vaccinated, and he didn't wear a mask. But this is the guy that people listening to. There's not an NBA mandate. NBA not making them. All I'm thinking about, man, if you're going to be an anti-vaxxer, just stay at home. Nicki Minaj, you get the attention. What you said carries weight because we are in a celebrity-driven culture. Whatever comes out of these people's mouth, it's a grown man who I respect yesterday called me in the car. I never forget it. Y'all know exactly where I was when he called and told me. And guess what I did? I hung up the damn phone. When my grown friends who got kids called me and said, man, wait till I send you this, man. I got a girl down here. The vaccination made her magnetized. They threw a magnet on her. She threw a magnet on her and it stuck to her body. I got the video. Let me send you. Wait till I send you. I said, man, let me tell you something, player. Don't you ever in your damn life pick up this phone. And if I call you, you call me and tell me no shit. I don't want to hear it. I promise you, I hung up the phone. He kept calling me back. Dude, shut the hell up. But Chris, welcome to the show. How about them Cowboys? I done changed you, Chris, every time somebody says something crazy about your Cowboys, Chris, I changed the background scene.
What they saying now? Hold on. They can't be saying nothing now.
Oh, somebody said the team wasn't that good. The team y'all played was good. Somebody
It's a great day to be a Cowboy. It's a great day to be a Cowboy. It's a great day to be a Cowboy. And I appreciate you guys honoring the bet and putting the nice little poster behind it. I'm obviously waiting on Jimmy Hicks. I made sure I made that call earlier this morning to make sure that Hatter didn't welch on the bet of making sure, because you better get used to this on every Sunday, because we play, we high level, so we play on Thursdays, Sunday nights, and Mondays. So get ready. Friday, obviously, you won't be able to do it because but we'll make sure that count on Monday. And then on Sunday, we'll make sure it count on Monday. And then on Sunday night, we'll make sure it count on Monday. So just get used to it, man. Just get used to it. It's okay. Destroy them. Zeke, all that hate on Zeke. Look at that. All that hate on Zeke. Zeke came back, showed out. Bro, it is what it is, man. I don't even want to just like, brag about the Cowboys because the only comeback anybody has, right? Man, they have won in 20-some years. I mean, okay.
That's a fact, Chris. Chris, that's a fact.
What about this year? What about this year? What about this year? And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they are so lucky. They're so lucky on that one call, it would have been over. We would be undefeated right now and the favorite to win the Super Bowl. Yeah. We are back.
Y'all see what I was talking about in the beginning? My sister's on the feed. She loved the Dallas Cowboys. My daughter, she loved the Dallas Cowboys.
Very smart woman.
Hold on. Let me tell you something. But this the kind of person that make me not like the Dallas Cowboys. Him.
Why?
You.
We are, hey, Hunter, you got them cowboy colors on. They blending right in. I see why all them Memphis folks love them boys. Come on, man. It's a wrap. Listen, y'all just see in the beginning, man, barring injuries, it's a wrap. When we get Gallup back, I mean, it's just no stopping. Pollard, Zeke, Dak, it's just over, man. I mean, I don't even want to all y'all guys talking about Mahomes, your homeboy, all that crap is over, man. It's a new day. The dawn of a new day. Everybody hating. So I don't even want to get into the Kyrie thing. I don't want to get into the Kyrie, Bradley Beal.
I'm glad you don't.
And Wiggins.
Well, let's talk about Karl Anthony Towns then.
Right. Well, obviously, that's not a story to them. So it's all about eyeballs and controversy.
It's a story to me.
How the media works.
Yeah.
No, it's a story. I get you, but I'm saying I got to understand how the media works. It's about getting eyeballs. It's about getting a lot of attention. It's like Instagram. If a girl goes on there and says the most profound thing in the world, she might get 100 likes. But if she put her butt out there, she'll get 10,000 likes. That's the world that we live in the media as well. It's sensationalism. Kyrie has put himself in a situation when he makes a statement, they're going at him. And Kyrie's a star, so they're going to go at him. So the feel-good stories, only if there's a need for feel-good type, commentary. Other than that, especially now, they're going to go after Kyrie, and because of the start of the NBA season, right? These stories.
I don't see how they're going after him, Chris.
New York.
Chris, he's a freaking star. What you mean going? I don't think nobody going after him. I think they just giving him too much. I think his ass is not there. I wouldn't even have a press conference with him. He wasn't there.
Yeah, but he's a star. But for the same reason you saying yay, I'm saying nay. I'm saying yay. He's a star, so they want to talk to him. He's one of the big three. They're the favorite to win the NBA championship. He played with LeBron. He won a championship. Kyrie's a lightning rod, right? I recruited Kyrie in high school at St. Elizabeth. And the story goes, and I tell people the story, his dad worked on Wall Street, all right? Dred Irvin, very smart guy, played at BU, was a great player at BU. Mom wasn't around when I was recruiting him, and I thought we had a great chance to get him. But I'll tell you something that I learned from him. And I remember Jay Wright, who just went into the Hall of Fame. I was talking to him about Kyrie and went to see Kyrie play. I said, Jay, this might be the best high school player I've ever seen.
You told me that.
Up to that point, the best high school player I'd ever recruited was Ron Mercer, who played at Kentucky. Talking about high school, right? Just dominate. And I talked to him just so you guys understand what kind of guy Kyrie is. I went to Jay Wright. Not to say anything negative about Jay Wright, because clearly he's a great coach. I said, hey, coach, this dude is, unbelievable player. You got to go recruit him. And we had Scotty Reynolds at the time, really good. So we want to keep that condition going. And he said, well, tell me about the kid. I started talking about him. I said, here's one interesting caveat about him. He reads the Wall Street Journal every day. And Jay Wright, you know what he said? He says, that kid will be a different kid because he has other interests. Now, I didn't know how to take that at the time, but Kyrie has always been a little different. This is not something new. This has been ingrained in him. He's a very smart father, right? He's a kid who came up, and I don't want to put any of his personal business out there, but Kyrie has always been different. And here's the deal. When you put money in these people's hands, man, all these people on the feed or anybody else talking, let's say one of y'all win $400 million lottery and takes a $250 cash out and then see how you act and see if somebody can tell you what to do. and see if somebody can manage your lifestyle, and see if you don't want to get some. Can people make you move when you don't want to move? Whatever's inside you, it's going to be magnified. And I tell people all the time, stop acting like you better than people because you got money. Money is a social construct. It don't make you better than people.
Preach,
It's a
Chris.
social construct, and I don't get that. It don't make you nicer. It don't make you smarter. It don't make you a better husband or a better father. You just can buy more toys. That's all you can do. It don't make you stop cancer. So my thing is, people got to get out of that nonsense and I watched someone on the feed say, about the vaccine, and whatever your personal feeling is about it.
Yeah.
Right. I try to tell people all the time, we had 9/11. I was flying on 9/11 when the planes were going into the World Trade Center. Chris Walker was flying in the air. So think about that. As far as I know, I could have been on one of those planes that came from the East Coast.
Yes.
Do you know they stopped sports 1 week? 1 week. We're talking about this country where capitalism reigns. The coronavirus has changed the way everything goes in this country. So until we get this thing under control, whether you believe in vaccines or not, okay, this country ain't moving forward until we get past this in one way, shape, or form.
Thank you.
Y'all can say whatever you want, feel however you want.
Thank
but
you.
It is a pickle, and we need to move past it. Whatever your affiliation is, sit around there and die if you want to. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But I mean, I don't want to sit there and have a philosophical or
No, let them come get Chris. Ain't nothing you can tell these clowns.
People who take diabetic medicine and don't know what's in it. People who
Yes.
take blood pressure medicine and don't know what's in it. People who take blood that stops their blood from clotting and don't know what's in it. I can say all the different medical names and terms. And if we got a nurse or a doctor on the feed, they'll tell you. And we don't question one thing. We look at the doctor. Is it going to make me feel good? Is it going to make me better? That's all we say.
Hold up.
Hold on. Know what's in it.
Hold on. Getting butt injections and lip injections and and breast injections. And they ask the doctor, what's in this?
Don't even ask. And if they told you, you wouldn't know and go research.
Yeah, hold up. Smoking weed They got some weed that can keep you up. They got some weed that can put you down. They got some weed that can make you, they got putting all kind of stuff in it. But you ain't asked them, man, what you putting in this weed? You're just smoking it. And it boggles my mind how these people who, like I said, got on these white jackets and the pen in there, and they've been doing this for most of their life. And like I said earlier, Chris, they'll come on here. If you tell them about if you tell them about recruiting their kid, they'll write that note down. But Dr. Fauci, who's been in five presidential cycles, well, I don't know. I got to do some more research on that.
Let me tell you something. There are people. Again, I don't want to politicize.
No, don't politicize. We're not politicize. Hey, this is the chop shop. How the hell you politicize?
I can be very cynical and say you got knuckleheads out there that don't give back to their community, that don't vote, that are not involved in politics, but you can't tell them nothing about the coronavirus. They got all the knowledge and figured it out. But when it comes to all the things that can help their community, don't know a damn thing and not involved. But now, let me tell you something. People say this all the time. Again, listen, I got into it. I don't want to say I got into it because one thing I'm not afraid to engage. Like when people are saying things I don't agree with, I'm not the one. Like you may say, man, I don't want to talk to you. I'll sit there and talk to them. I say, okay, well, because I want to impart some knowledge. Because we can't all just not talk to them because that's how they get crazy. That's the Tea Party, that's the Trumpers, by ignoring them. So I sit there and listen because I can absorb it. My superpower is listening. Okay, I don't know what everybody else's superpower is. I'm a listener because that's how I tear your ass up. I'm going to listen to you. Okay. And then I'm going to dissect your argument. And then when I don't even want to say it, says, well, this critical race theory, all they're teaching people is to hate. I said, oh my God, Chris, don't say nothing. Hold it back. Well, this vaccine, everybody's taking it. It don't do any good. Wow, Chris, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Do you know, man, that this, from a medical standpoint, we're in a tough spot in our country right now. And again, whatever your stance is, all I'm telling you is if you want the country to move forward, we got to get on the same page. I mean, you tell me, we got to get on the same page, because I'm telling you right now, if a college coach came in or one of these AAU dudes talk to him, they'll believe everything they say. Oh, I'm telling you, going to play in the EYBL. He's going to be this. Oh, he got a chance to be a pro. We'll believe every single thing out the numbnuts' mouth.
I just said that.
That's right.
I just said that.
They will believe it.
Yes.
And we can sit there and be like, dude, that dude 5'2", man. He's not playing in the NBA, man. Well, such and such put him on the circuit. He's playing for a sneaker team. He's going to get a major scholarship. Dude, that's not going to happen. And they'll believe everything. I mean, it boggles my mind, bro. Like,
but Chris, I also saw something, and this is why I love this show, because we can talk about stuff like this. But you got to understand, some people watch our show, ladies and gentlemen. Let me explain. Some people come on this show, and some people are planted on this show. Let me tell you something. I've matured over the last years. Some people who run their mouth and make comments on this show have never shared the show, have never contributed to nothing. I've learned to ignore them. So from now on, if y'all see me, because somebody just texted me to clap back at somebody, but I'm ignoring them. So guess what? Now I'm going to move on to the next subject. I'm just helping y'all in case y'all wonder what happened. So, Chris, I saw this the other day, okay? And just want to check this out. Saw this. Dale, I'm getting better, Dale. Dale, I'm getting better. Because, see, Dale, hold on.
Hey, I respect Colin Kaepernick.
Dale, we got some clowns. The bigger this show get, the more trolls. We got trolls. And what happens is, Gail, I got people monitoring what people comment. People who don't add nothing to the conversation. But anytime we say something, they try to curb the situation. We got them, baby. We got them. We got them. And we gonna get them. So, but back to where we was at, Chris. Back to where we was at. And y'all don't even have to comment to them people, because I can help myself. Y'all don't have to comment. But Chris, I saw this tweet, and this was in the tweet. This was in the tweet. Check this out. Hold up.
Hey, I respect Colin Kaepernick, but there's one thing that I don't respect. And I said it when I get the opportunity and to get on the stage to say it, I would say it. And I love him to death. So it ain't no hate or nothing like that. But brother, you had the biggest opportunity in the world to create jobs, build jobs, give jobs to people. The people that you was talking about, the people that you so-called standing up for, the people who stood beside you, the people who lost their jobs because of you. Where you at? I ain't heard from you. He brought the awareness, and that's why I respect him.
But what's the call to action?
There wasn't one. There wasn't no call to action.
We had to fight to get a meal. Yeah, wrongfully accused. We had to fight to get a bill.
Oh, I didn't mean to put that music in there. Boy, they'll cut you off for that damn music. Chris, that was a unique topic. Jimmy, let me get you, Jimmy. Chris, I'll let you go. I'll let you go first. And Chris, what I did, because I've learned about sound bites, okay? I've learned, like when they sent that video, I never forget, they sent that video and planted that video and added the chop shop about Jimmy talking to that lady, and then cut it off, didn't wait on Jimmy, and the lady resolved the thing 2 minutes later, but the guy cut off the thing, right? So what I've learned when I see, welcome Jimmy to the chop shop, when I
That's a
see a
nice
sound
background there,
bite,
Jimmy. I like that background, Jimmy. Good background right there. But keep going
yeah,
though.
when I see the sound bite like that, Chris, I go a little bit deeper, Chris.
Right?
I always go cause Jamel Hill, let me see, Jamel Hill commented on it. And then Dez went back at Jamel Hill. So what I did, I just went, Jimmy, you know how I am. I said, no, I'm not gonna let it go there. I went back and listened to the whole. Dez Bryant has had a troubled childhood. Troubled childhood. Jimmy, you probably know about it. And but all Jamel said, man, it's some things that man is doing, you know. And I think it said something, Jimmy, this something on your thing. He said, Jamel, if you want to talk to me, you could call me and then I can explain you everything. Everything else. But Jimmy, why convict somebody on the front page, Jimmy? But you come back later and want me to talk to you in private. Jimmy, you go out there and talk about your stance, Jimmy. You go out there, Jimmy, you remember the guy said, well, Jimmy, Jimmy, I apologize, but not publicly. You came and apologized. So, I mean, but when I went and listened to the whole thing, Dez Bryant, you know, I didn't understand what he was talking about with Cap because they didn't go, I listened to the whole, he didn't go into it, but the fact that he was just saying that, you know, if he talked to Cap, it's some issues, it was no call to action. And right now, they say, by the time y'all finish comment, I'm gonna give you some of the call to actions that that Colin Kaepernick helped initiate. But Jimmy, did you hear the video, Jimmy? Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
Well, Dave, let me play. I'm gonna just play it again.
I didn't see the whole thing.
No, here we go. Don't worry about it.
I saw.
I respect Colin Kaepernick, but there's one thing that I don't respect. And I said it when I get the opportunity and to get on the stage to say it, I would say it. And I love him to death. So it ain't no hate or nothing like that. But brother, you had the biggest opportunity in the world to create jobs, build jobs, give jobs to people. The people that you was talking about, the people that you so-called standing up for, the people who stood beside you, the people who lost their jobs because of you. Where you at? I ain't heard from you. He brought the awareness, and that's why I respect him.
And what's the call to action?
There wasn't one. There wasn't no call to action.
We had to fight to get a meal. Yeah, wrongfully accused. We had to
That's
fight.
what he said, Jimmy. I mean, it's you know, and all Jamel said, with all due respect, Dez Bryant, this is uninformed. Colin Kaepernick has created a publishing company, SPAC, that's raising $600 million for social justice initiative, a production company, etc., on top of funding the Know Your Rights campaign. I don't get the point of you dragging his name. And that's what she said. She said, I just don't get the point of you dragging his name, boss. So what do you think?
Here's my stance, man. You know, I agree with Jamel saying, hey, you know, let's talk about it. Don't convict him on social media or your show, and then you want to talk to me, you know, behind closed doors. No, we're gonna have this conversation right here because you initiated. And Hattie, you pull my coat on this, and I can be judgmental at times. Mm-hmm. You know, that's one of my character flaws when I see people that have a lot and not be willing to give to others who don't, because I'm a giver and not a taker. And that's how I categorize people in my lives, period, not in the middle, right? And although there's certain situations in life where you need to be a taker, primarily I wake up every day saying, who can I help, period, with the gifts God has given me. And so my thing is, and Hatter always tells me, hey man, there are dudes out there doing stuff that you don't know about. They just don't publicize it. So I'm always careful not to convict guys, right? And watch what I say until I get a little bit more intel. I'm gonna convict them for some silliness, period, that they make known that they have control over, right? And that they don't manage. But when it comes to what they do with their resources, are they in the community? I'm a fervent believer that guys that come from that community should give back to that community. Because that's the only way that community is gonna grow. Because we build them up. We build them up. And then they forget where they come from, and we gotta snatch them back. And because they fight so hard to get away from it. They want to get away from Rosewood. They want to get away from Fifth Ward. They want to get away from Third Ward. Man, Third Ward needs you, man. Fifth Ward needs you. Rosewood needs you, man. Come back, man. Because they built you. They protected you. They fed you. They guided you. Not Wall Street. Not Fifth Avenue. You know what I'm saying? That's not what they did. They're gonna eat you up. ESPN gonna eat you up. You know? But nevertheless, again, Kaepernick, whether you like him, whether you hate him, Jimmy, bottom line is what he did, he lost his career. He could have still played now. He might not have been what he thought he was going to be, but he still could have played. Lost his career. There's no way Colin Kaepernick could have known that what he's doing now would lead to where he is. There ain't no way he knew that. Now, he filed a grievance. He thought he was going to be out. He could have thought he was going to be out the league. He probably thought he was going to shimmy the league and start and elbow him and with his influence, or shamed them into keeping him employed. But they were like, no, sir. Like Hatter says, what? Roger Goodell, like, player, you ain't playing in this league ever again. But he got blessed. The same way a lot of people got blessed because of what happened in Minnesota, in Minneapolis. A whole lot of people benefited from that. I keep saying, African Americans, we got a 3-year window. You better get it all in now because they're going to take it back after 3 years. If you want something, you better go after it now. You got to guilt them into it because that's the only way. You got to guilt them into it, you know? So, Jimmy, I don't know what your take is, but like I said, it goes to like summer basketball and the rest of this stuff. The way we do people, we convict them. The one thing that bothers me about, and I'm going to bring this back to Jimmy, with summer basketball, is that and Hatter knows this, and matter of fact, everybody on here, on this show has been involved with summer basketball at a high level with our resources and our talent and our time, okay? People who have never done this, parents, if you really want to know what it's like to be a summer basketball coach, get you a team and you'll find out real quick. See how much time it takes. See how much stuff you got to deal with. See how much of your money is going to be gone. See how much what I call miscellaneous income. That means going to Burger King and Chick-fil-A. See how many kids you got to take on. See how many parents won't even bring their kids to practice. See how many parents don't give you money and think everything should be free. See how many kids that think their kids should be ranked when they can't play. You can't do it. Stop jumping on these dudes. Every lawyer ain't good. Every doctor ain't good. But summer basketball dudes, I'm telling you right now, that's a thankless job, bro. It is very difficult. Hatter, you been on that side. You know what I'm talking about. Jimmy, parents will make you hate it. They be like, man, I can't believe I don't get paid to do this.
Hey, that's why I respect the people who doing it. I respect the Ken Gamble. I respect the people who out there doing this stuff, man. Cause it's a thankless job, man. I mean, Jimmy know one of my favorite stories. You can do everything for them. Dude, everything for them, parents. What was your comment? You wish every parent had a chance to run a program?
To run a program.
Yes.
And then that's not even talking about, run one team. I'm talking about having 17, 16, 15, 14, and then deal with all them parents and all that nonsense, and then lose players and got to recruit. And we don't get no free gear. Why we not sponsored? Jimmy, am I lying, Jimmy? They have no idea what it's like to manage people sitting right next to them. That mammy, and that pappy, like Jimmy say, yeah, they nice to you sitting next to you, but you want to hear what they say to me about your child? People don't understand, Jimmy. Am I right or wrong, Jimmy? Talk to me.
I mean, you preaching, man. That Christian rap form right now. See what happened? That's one of the right things I can take away with in good faith from an avid Cowboy fan. Is the morning after a victory, you get all that good. That good positive energy come out of. That's all. That's it. The rest of that, oh man, tomorrow you'll be
But,
CeeLo Jr.
Jimmy.
Now, today you Reverend Chris Walker.
Jimmy, I hope you didn't go by FanDuel, whatever hell you was telling me. Hey, Chris, let me tell you what happened as the show was ending yesterday. I said, I said, Chris, I'm with them Cowboys. I said, how about them Cowboys? He looked at me like, what? I'm headed over to the FanDuel, wherever he bet at, wherever he gets his bet set in at. He said, I'm headed over there, Chris. He headed over there to put his right pocket on that team that got 40 people put on him last night.
The one that got Jalen hurt.
Huh? What? Yeah, who got Jordan? But see, Jimmy was betting with his heart last night. He talking about Jalen Hurts. He's from Channelview. My house ain't too far from there. I gotta go with Jalen Hurts.
You don't do that one, Jimmy.
That's Jimbo.
Listen. I'm with him. I like Jalen Hurts. I just don't like him when they play the Cowboys. That's all.
Hey, look at Kevin Lewis. Chris, did you see what Kevin Lewis said? I got divorced and was broke fooling with summer basketball. Thank you for saying that, Kevin. Jimmy used to tell me that. Jimmy used to say, Hatter, boy, you can get a divorce. You're going to lose your girlfriend. You're going to mess with this summer basketball. Chasing these little nappy head. Hold up. Who on here don't know no better? You can pay the light bill, the doctor bill, get the water turned back on, and they'll still tell you, Jimmy Hicks, if you catch me playing for the Houston Hoop, you put your foot in my ass.
They'll be there the next week. Let me tell you something. Jimmy, one thing he always say, they never remember what they ate for breakfast. You can do 9 things right.
Yes.
And that 10th thing that you don't handle the right way,
yes,
he gonna hold that against you. And the other guy gonna look so sexy because he may have that 10th thing. That's just what it is, man. So like I said before, man, it always ends up where it's supposed to end up. And my thing is, it always does. But as far as like, it's a thankless job, man. I'm telling you. And you know what's funny? It will be great. And some of the guys on this feed, I know their names. If some of them guys came back. Forget the guys that make it to the pros. Okay. See, everybody always think of it in the lens of that, Jimmy.
Okay.
What about the guys that don't make it to the pros that are successful? People don't realize them car rides change kids' lives, man. Those car rides. I'm telling you, they'll change a kid's life.
Explain the car ride, though. Explain the car ride to somebody who don't understand.
When you go snatch those dudes up, and I wouldn't let them listen to their music in my car. You put your headphones on, right? Then you make them listen to some of the music you like. And then you educate them. And then you talk to them. Then you make them take the headphones off. And then when you got one of them by themselves, you start asking questions. You got to get to know these dudes, man. It's not just about playing in those games. Was that a part of why I did? Yes. But you know what? Somebody did it for me. If Willie Flournoy doesn't come, let me sit on the back of his truck and play for the Dodgers. If Frank Seals don't go come get me and Jimmy. I'm trying to tell you, if that don't happen, we ain't here right now. So how are we, knowing what that meant for us, we don't go do that for other kids? That's what, and then you know what we do? We criticize. Because nothing's perfect. The most perfect being on this earth, they strung him up. Brought people back to life, strung him up. Made blind people see, strung him up. Crippled people walk, strung him up. Hungry people eat, strung him up. So if you think if that's your goal, you're going to lose. So that also applies to parents, Jimmy. They want perfection. It's insane because I always say
the parents want affection?
They want perfection.
Oh, perfection. I thought you said affection. Because I know you'll give them some affection, but keep on going.
No.
Come on.
So you know what I'll say? The last thing I'll say is that I always let them complain all they want. And I'll say, just give me one thing to say. But he went out there and got 4 points. Do you want me to chop him up for that? He went out there and didn't play good. Now, you made all that fuss. But when your son don't play good, you want me to shut up. I don't get to say nothing. I just got to be like he had a bad game. But when something don't happen right for you, The world is in and you ready to snatch him and take him somewhere else. You know, when he play a bad game, I don't say kick him off the team, let me get another player. People got to be cognizant of what's going on, Jimmy. All day long, I've seen that stuff. But well, I don't know how we got on that, though. But Dez Bryant, as far as that, Dez Bryant, again, trouble pass, doesn't mean he's not a good dude, doesn't mean he can't change and morph into something different. But to attack, that's what we got to stop doing. I like when you bring that up, like, hey, I'll talk about Shock Rivers. Be like, I'm not doing that. Let them people talk about it. We're not doing it on this show. You know, like you say, we're not going to, let them dudes be mad about Penny. We ain't doing it here, though. Well, Dez Bryant, and, and I don't even know this, but what happened to Brandon Marshall on First Things First? Why
They got him out of there, put Brashard in there. That show, I think that show he's doing, that's the show that Dez was on that show. Me personally, I think that show got him, I don't know. I think his podcast got him knocked off the show. That's just my opinion. I don't know. They talk, but hold on. There's a lot of reshuffling going around. Jay Williams, somebody just mentioned that a minute ago. Jay Williams. They taking him off the NBA countdown. Him and Jalen Rose.
Ooh, I heard that was coming anyway.
And they said they're gonna replace him with it's gonna be Stephen A. Smith. I think what's the other Mike Wilborn, and then they're gonna try to bring Magic back. See, they're gonna have a big void because they're gonna need a woman. I think they should need a woman. And Maria Taylor. But what I was shocked, we ain't talked about this. What the hell did Rachel Nichols do, Jimmy, to be a nice-looking white woman, sharp at what she does, hell of a I mean, one of the best in the business, get taken off and took a show? She must have did some stuff we don't know about, Chris. This woman here ain't no regular.
But she came. Understand now. She got into the business because of she's a legacy kid because of her family royalty. So
I understand that.
She didn't come in,
but she's still good, Jimmy.
Convention. I understand that. That's not saying whether she's good or bad. So first of all, when people come into the business, sometimes under those circumstances, there's always going to be somebody just waiting. Just going waiting because they're not going to be fond of it. It's kind of like Chris. Chris is part of one of the most famous fraternities in the world. But then, Chris, you already know it. When you meet a guy and he ain't pledged and go online, he pledged the grad chapter, even though that's your bruh, it ain't the same type of grit. You ain't giving him the same type of hug as you giving one of your guys that you know.
Jimmy, but she got the complexion for protection for collection, Jimmy. That goes out the window.
Yeah, but her own. That's what I'm saying. That's her own. So that means, understand with her.
Give me a precedent for that. Give me something like that. Give me an example. Give me an example of that happening before history. A woman disaccomplished. A woman disaccomplished. Because that's the question I asked you. I said, how does a woman disaccomplished?
What I understand, she's not the first white lady that ESPN has given the X out of the blue sky. They did it. They did it to the previous the lady that ran the NBA show, Michelle Beadle, and Michelle Beadle was good. She was really good.
She's never been seen again.
Yes, they asked the hell out of Michelle Beadle last year. She was good.
She wasn't like this woman right here. If you sit up and tell me Michelle Beadle as big as this woman here, okay, but no, not in my eyes.
She was high level back then. She was high level.
She wasn't like this woman right here. This woman here, Rachel Nichols. Everybody want to give her an interview. She's so famous. Hold up, she's so famous. What's his name? Paul Pierce. Talking about her. They asking Paul Pierce about her in this video. You follow me? This one, they asked him, and she's so, I've never seen it. Maybe y'all have seen it. I've never seen that like that. I've never seen it like that. That's all. Never seen it. Never seen it like that.
Yeah, and also want to go back on two things. One, you asked about Brandon Marshall. Remember, Brandon Marshall contract was going to be up September the 1st, something like that. He had a 1-year deal. And On the show, Brandon Marshall, I think they went on location with him one time. He does like an academy, like the football workouts and stuff and all that stuff. He draft, preparedness and whatnot. And he had some other stuff on the table. And like from what I had picked up from somewhere was that he's supposed to be going on the show with Jada Pinkett. And that was already agreed on, which is going to yield him a different audience per se, even though it may be overlapping somewhat with sports, but a more comfortable and conducive to his schedule, as opposed to when I have to wake up at 3:00 in the morning. So what to get started on this show right here. So I'm thinking it wasn't right now. Now guess what? We all know that in due time, other stuff can come out, and we find out next time I talk to Nick Wright in person, because he ain't gonna tell me on the phone, and I see him in person, which he's in Houston all the time, and I'm gonna try to pull it out of him and find out what exactly happened. But from what I understand right now, it wasn't nothing that was under out of the ordinary, as of what I've heard and read as of right now. Now, secondly, those car rides home, parents. I think that I mentioned this, I think about a week or so ago when I was talking to some parents. Here's my new suggestion. You know how when you play a game, after the game, there's a certain amount of minutes, I think it's 15 minutes before the press can interview those players and they go into the locker room. They call that a cooling off period. The media be waiting in the press room, waiting on the coach to come, and then the other coach will come out, a couple of players will come with him and the other coach come out. Well, my suggestion to you parents is, how about that ride home? How about let that be the cooling off period? Because a lot of times those conversations are detrimental. You especially after a loss. Maybe after a win, yeah, but after a loss, I'm thinking, won't you try not talking basketball, but talk anything you want but basketball on the way home? And that'll be the de facto cooling off period, because you can lose your, when I say lose your kid, from conversation wise. Hell, before you turn 3 blocks. So that's what I want to make sure. I wish somebody would try it. Let us know how it worked out. One of you parents. The next game, next ride home, after a loss, try implementing a cooling off period. When you get in that car, don't talk no basketball. Because guess what? Life is bigger than basketball. And if all you talking about on the way home, they just got through being scolded by the coach. They just got through being fussed at by you, unbeknown to you, probably some of their teammates. They're waiting in agony. And now you want to get in the car and want to drive and pile on, and give him directives that's going to be counterproductive to what the coach may have just told him. Coach might have told him to pass the ball. Now you're going to tell him in the car, why the hell did you pass the ball? Think about it. Think about it. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old kid. That's confusing as hell. So don't even talk about it then. And lastly, I can't say this enough. Parents, stop having grown folk conversation in front of your kids. Stop. They know you grown. They know you run things. Stop having grown. Back in the days, you know how it used to be. When grown folk got ready to talk, they look at you. What you doing in here? Get your butt in the other room. Guess what? You went and got another room. And for those that were disciplined, you didn't get a glass and try to listen through the door. You got another room and started taking care of your business. Stop. I said it lastly. Stop having grown folk conversations in front of your kids. Please.
You preaching, Red.
That's perhaps.
No, it's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. That's good stuff. And listen, man, I was talking to somebody yesterday, again, I went to watch some stuff, and it's interesting that people, we have to ask ourselves, why do our kids, why do our kids respond to coaching the way they do? And you hate to say, well, it's harkens back to how they're being parented. But again, to go in people's households, to look at how they deal with their kids academically, their stance on things, to look at how they deal with their significant other, what kids are seeing every day. When I talk about that car ride, I'm talking about in part knowledge. I'm talking about, helping them understand how life works. I'm talking to them about girls and relationships. I'm talking about using the N word in mixed company. I'm just trying to tell you, you'd be surprised at some of the conversations that you're having with these dudes, building their confidence up, talking about, hey, they're talking about their friends and their relationships, buddies. I mean, you will be surprised at the things that you have to help kids navigate that parents just aren't privy to. And I'd be one of those guys. I'd call my parents, hey, this is what's going on. You need to handle this. I don't know if he's told you this, but this is something you need to think about. That's the same thing we do as an assistant coach that you do with your kids in college. You tell the head coach, hey, I don't know if you know what's going on. I know you're the top of the food chain. You need to understand when you talk to him this way, this is what comes out of him. This is why he's not responding. You got to be a team, man. So too much of the focus is on, listen, everybody wants a scholarship. I get it. It's competition. It's tough. And I can confidently say that 99% of them won't get it. So I don't manage from the standpoint of who will get it. I operate from the standpoint of knowing they won't get it. And that sounds crazy, but that's how I operate. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I know all these kids won't play in the NBA. What else can I provide for them? Because I don't own no team, Hatter. I don't own a team. I own a whole lot of knowledge and perspective, but I don't own a team. So I'm going to give them what I can give them, what I own. That's what I'm going to give to them, not what I don't.
There you go. I'm reading some of the comments. And Mika says, and she's a parent of a student athlete who played various sports. And she says in high school now, one is in college and one is a star student athlete still in high school. She says, we definitely implemented the cooling off period. After a few years of chaos, we learned it works. And I'm just asking you guys to try it. I don't know it works. I don't have the biological kids.
Jimmy,
that you
it
guys
works.
have.
Jimmy, hold up. I can tell you, I'm speaking right now. It worked. I told you. My favorite, one of the keystones of me and my son's relationship is when I had to explain to him the different hats I wear in his hat. Like Jimmy, what changes hats every day? Son, I'm your trainer sometimes. I'm your coach sometimes. I said, but the most important hat I wear is that of your dad. I don't care about those others. So I had Jimmy. I remember he used to tell me, he said, Dad, it's when you call my name. I stopped calling his name. I called his name when he did something good, but I called his number when I wanted to say something. I said, number 15. I just changed it. And Lord, let me tell y'all something. Clyde Smith told me something valuable, parents. He said, man, don't you let these damn people in this summer basketball turn you and your son against each other. He said, hurts me and my son's relationship. See, y'all two don't know the dynamic between a father and a son, and the son can play a little bit of basketball. That's a unique dynamic, man. Because every time somebody says something about your son, you especially if he got your same name, you feel he's talking about you too. That's your seed. So I had to tell Rob, I told him, we never talked. I told y'all the instance that I flew back home just to see his game. Flew back to the All-Star game and came back again on Friday to see his game. Back and forth from Orlando to Houston, back and forth. And I said one of the worst things that I could have ever damn told my son. mamas and daddies. I told my son, Chris, man, I can't believe this is what I said. I missed the Mary J. Blige party to come watch you lose this game. I'll never forget I said it. And it was the most stupidest crap I ever said in my life. And I didn't think about it until I got on the plane the next morning. I said, I can't believe I told my son that. Because all I remember was his face. Let me explain it, parents, so it won't seem so hard. Look, I was in Orlando Sunday because I had a meeting. Okay? All-Star game don't start this Sunday, but I was there the Sunday before. But the playoff game against somebody I forgot who they beat first, was Tuesday, Chris. I flew back from Orlando on Tuesday. Went to the game, they won. I left on Wednesday the next morning to go again. So they played Caven Tilbury and them in the little guard, Chris Jack, the little guards you used to like, Jimmy. They played them on Friday. So before I got on that plane, everybody was saying, but Robert, you need to be at this. You need to be at this concert. I got somebody I want you to meet. I got somebody I need you. I said, I got to go see my son play. I got on the plane and left. Everybody can believe I left the All-Star game to come home and watch my. So they lost that night. Jimmy, I ain't gonna lie, they lost, and he had 20-something, but he should have had 30. In a playoff game, you supposed. So I said, man, I can't believe it. I got on that plane and came all the way back here to see you lose this damn game. The worst thing I ever said to my son in my life, but I saw how he looked at me. I couldn't wait to get back home to make sure that was right. So parents, whatever you say to the man, listen to me. I'm telling you some stuff. I ain't told these guys that. I'm telling you some stuff that this stuff is real. Watch what you say to them kids, man, because they internalize that stuff. The stuff, that guy y'all talking about, y'all notice I didn't get on Des Bryant too much? Because his mama used to sell dope in front of him. And the guy she sold the dope to him, he sat over there and talked to the dope dealer. The mama used to beat him. And the police came and he defended his mama. This kid had a hard freaking life. That's why I didn't get. Well, you notice I said, Jimmy, when I first heard the soundbite, no, I went back and heard the story. Watch what you. Now hold up. Don't be soft on your kids. Don't get it twisted. But man, about a basketball game, he only played basketball. Well, he played, but he don't play no more. If I could have lost my son, but come on, Chris, I just wanted to let you check. I could have lost him by something that came out of my mouth.
It goes to show you, but it also goes to show you how sensitive, conversation is. Like I'm reading some of the feeds. Boys don't talk. They'll talk to you. Yeah. They'll talk to you. Earn it though. Earn it. Talk about stuff they like to talk about.
There you
go. Like earn it. Stop trying to make them, live up to your level. Come up to your level. Talk about stuff they're interested in, like try. Oh, he just won't talk to me. No, he'll talk to you. He just don't want to talk to you about that. And because they talking to somebody. And to me, as a coach, I used to make my players, because you have to make them do it because they won't talk to you. I have what I call chalk talk with Coach Walk, right? So I would make them come in once a week for, maybe like an hour, and talk about all kind of stuff, but it would be about basketball. But I never wanted to talk about basketball. I wanted to talk about all the other stuff that's going on. So I had to be creative if I wanted to get information out of them. Because the first thing they think is I'm in trouble. What did I do now? Oh, why do I have to come talk to you, right? But then when that game starts and you don't have that connection with that kid, you'll know why you need to be in sync with them. You know what I'm saying? And again, people can say whatever they want about what they won't do, right? But my will is stronger than theirs. I tell players all the time, my will is stronger than yours, boy. My will is stronger than you. So, but also understand, I gotta earn it though. No, you don't gotta do it just because I'm older. I'm gonna earn your affection, bro. I'm gonna make it where you want to talk to me. I'm gonna make it where I'm the only person that you'll reach out to because I'm gonna earn it from you. That's how you talk to kids. When you want to recruit them, you tell them every time, hey man, you take one step, I'll take 99. The only time we're gonna have a problem is when I see the back of your head. As long as you facing me, we're gonna have a chance. And that's how you gotta talk to people if you want them to endear themselves and trust you.
And Chris, that's great. You talking from a coaching point of view, or mentor point of view. But as Stacy said, when that young man came out of your loins, Chris, it's a different feeling.
I'm not discounting.
No. I'm just letting you know. I'm just adding on.
Yeah, I'm not discounting that.
It's just a different. Chris, it's just. I mean,
but
I can't explain it. I can't explain it.
But my thing is to your point, and again, then I would tell people, well, if he came for your loins, try harder.
Yes.
Like you can't have people on the outside trying harder than you.
Yes,
Like Jimmy
exactly.
always says,
I like
input
that.
equals output.
Okay.
Parents would be like, well, it's different if you parent them. Then you try harder. Then why don't you go to the PTA meetings? Then why don't your own children talk to you? You feed him. Why? And I'm not sitting here trying to make parents feel bad about anything.
No.
I'm just telling you that principles are principles. I get it.
But guess what?
So-
That's
so-
why
so let me
Stacy
say
coming
something.
back at you, saying as parents, they don't feel they need to earn their trust to have.
Well, that's problematic because that's leadership.
Yes.
Leadership has to be earned. It ain't always given. I get it that people you just should respect me. Well, how do they know what respect is? It's nothing wrong with earning your kid's affection. You earned your wife's affection before you married her.
That's my wife.
I understand that.
My kid is different. I can divorce my wife. I can't divorce my kid.
That's Negroes out there. You gotta understand something. In the African American community, I wrote about it. 76% of the kids are born without a father. There's a whole lot of people out there doing it the other way. Trust me when I tell you that.
Well,
That's the elephant in our room, Hatter.
Okay.
A whole lot of them that ain't handling their business.
okay. I'm glad I didn't give you.
When they start talking about that parenting stuff, especially in our community, we can have a conversation about that.
Okay. Parent, but hold up. We have some great parenting in our community.
And they make my job easier. How about they make our jobs easier? I'm talking about relating to coaching.
Okay.
I'm not trying to indict parents. That's not what this is about. All I'm saying is that it takes a village to raise a kid. The same, I approach it the same way. The kids, and I'm saying it from the part of kids don't talk and all that kind of stuff. That's what people are saying. They won't talk to you. They'll talk to you. They'll talk to you.
Jimmy, I got to take a quick break, Chris. Jimmy, man, don't send me that mess no more. I know who did that mess. I'm done with Archie, man.
Before we go to the break, you know what? We go to the
done with
break,
Archie.
and you guys got to stay here and watch what Hatter's about to show you when we come back.
I'm done with Archie, man.
This gonna make you fall out
It
of
better
your
be something about the Cowboys.
Yeah,
No.
Jimmy, y'all got to see it, man. I can't believe Archie, man. I'm done with Archie. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to the best 120 minutes. Hold on, what I do with Chris Walker? Let me get it. Let me see, can I get him off of there? Oh, Jim. Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. Hey, y'all. Man, Archie, man, you wrong for what you just. Y'all, I got to put it on there. It's about me. Y'all.
Hold on, while you queuing it up, Hal, the whole time, I want to remind you guys that commercial you just saw, in case you didn't know, that wasn't just about a young man just shooting hoops in the park. That was the Grind portable basketball shooting machine. That's what that commercial was about. And that's a shooting machine. Understand something. It's the first ever portable basketball shooting machine. And you could take your Grind, understand, from the driveway to the gym and everywhere in between. They were on Shark Tank. Remember, we talked about them.
Yeah.
They're from Houston.
Yeah.
From Houston. This is Houston owned. I mean, this young man went and invented this product. Well, created this product, which you actually can put it. It popped like a transformer. It transforms into a shooting machine, then goes back down, has the little wheels like one of those suitcases you go to the airport with, and fits right in your trunk. It's light, and it's called the Grind. So understand that, and it will improve your game. Think about it. A shooting machine that goes in your trunk. Think about that. Houston's own. So Grind, go check them out. We'll have info on the website on RCS Sports in a couple of days where you guys will be able to go and get a link and you get
post the link, Jimmy. Jimmy, we might have a sale right here. Post the
Grind,
link.
GRIND.com. Basketball.com. Grindbasketball.com. That's the website. And what they do is you have to realize this is Houston. This is H-Town. So what they do is they understand they were on Shark Tank, and they got one of those guys, one of those sharks, agreed to come in with them.
But not for the right amount of bread.
Not for the right amount of money. All money ain't good money.
Thank you, Stacey.
They declined. They didn't go all the way through with it because they realized that stuff started to change. Then they wanted to try to lowball them, and they know they have a good product. Therefore, what they have to do is they have to take the orders. Then the Grind machine will come out. They only produce it like 4 times a year, right? So they take the orders. Let's say if you want to order one now, then the production 4, whatever it is, they've had 4 productions. It'll come out, I think, in spring of 2022. So and that's the which is, we got to understand, they're getting out the mud, but it comes with a warranty, and it's about 100 pounds, but it has on rollers. So check it out, grindbasketball.com. Now, meanwhile, Hatter, before we went into the break, we promised you guys Hatter has something for you. And we get to a couple of your questions. Chris had a couple of people in the Boom Boom Room has questions for you. We ask you guys, if you haven't done so, share the show right now. Somebody as part of your friends. There you have it.
Man, I can't believe that man did that, man.
There you have it.
I can't believe you did that, Archie. I'm gonna get you back, man. I'm just, wow, unfreaking believable, man.
Wow,
Archie, I can't believe. Oh my goodness, hey, when I'm at the games, Archie, I'm gonna get in front of your camera and mess your camera up. I can't believe you did this with me, man, today, man. I cannot believe it, man. I'm done with you, Archie.
It's about time somebody outed you. It's about time the truth finally came out.
Hey, man. Hey, when they lose, I'll be back. I'm going to be back with Mindy. Hey, as soon as they lose, I'm going to be on Mindy's side. How about that? Hey, look. Hey, Mindy, as soon as they get their head toe off, I'm going to be right there back with them. But, hey, that ain't funny, Tori. See, y'all see, y'all wrong for that, man.
They ain't wrong. They just calling you out. That's what it is.
Okay. All right. What else we got, Chris? Chris, how you doing? Chris, I know you got to go in 5 minutes. Let me see that I have something.
They had a couple of questions for Chris.
What they have for Chris?
Stacey Houston asked, what age did you guys understand the importance of education, and did your parents really push to hold you accountable? Because, Chris, you mentioned earlier about accountability. And so that's the question that it comes under the heels of that. And I mean, understand, man, I can only imagine parenting is not easy, and in today's society, I understand you see the next kid, they got this and they're flaunting this, and kids tease other kids, not to mention the bullying aspect. But then, you want your kid to feel normal, you want him to, certain clothes may boost the self-esteem. Certain things, if he's involved in certain things, it boosts the self-esteem. I understand that. So, but at the same time, the importance of education. Did your parents really push to hold you accountable? That's a great question, Chris.
I don't. You talking about personally, or you talking about is that what I see in parents
No,
from my
personally.
time? And let me
Personally.
clean something up with guys. But personally, now you know what? Again, I was a latchkey kid, and I don't know if people understand what latchkey kid means. My mom was working, and we had to learn how to do a lot of things and be very independent on our own. So I'm thankful that there are angels out there. That's the Willie Flournoys, the Frank Seals. My mom couldn't pay the entry fee, or couldn't buy cleats and stuff like that, or couldn't get rides. Like those people like that have passed on in your lives, that are etched in my brain, that every time I try to help a kid, even if a part of me just gets a little crazy about a parent, I just tune them out and be like, hey man, that dude helped in spite of. And I'll address also when people say, you got to have your own kid. Hey man, when you're an African-American dude, you live with women that have kids. You have raised kids. And I say never walk a man another mile in another man's shoe. You ain't got to have your own to raise them. Don't believe that stuff. Yeah, some of that part is
That's
true.
a good point. That's a good point.
Some of that part is true.
Yeah.
But in our community, we live with people that have kids, and we help raise them. And all I'm saying is, from a 30,000-foot view, I've seen a lot of parenting that's very suspect. And all I'm saying is, it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. It's a full contact sport. You can't win a boxing match sitting at both ends of the boxing ring. You got to come in and you got to fight. And that's how it is with kids. You got to engage. You can't be afraid. You got to ask. You know what I'm saying? You got to poke the bear. They won't talk to you. Part of the deal. You know what? Don't have them then. So my thing is, again, there are a lot of people out there, and again, they are great. Herb is a great one right there, and Stacy was a great. And again, there are people out there doing their due diligence. All I'm saying is, I'm speaking from the lens of, there are a lot of guys in our community that are having kids that are not involved. Hatter, your favorite saying: a lot of African American kids are over-mothered and under-fathered.
Absolutely.
That's why the summer coaches are key, because a lot of them are raising some of these guys. I'm just being real with you.
Absolutely.
Y'all can say what you want to me.
I agree.
I know it's true.
I agree.
So that's why I was telling you about those car rides.
I got you.
They ain't got a daddy. So who they sitting in the car with? Sitting in the car with you. So you got to feel some responsibility. And if you don't feel that responsibility, stop talking about basketball. You know what I'm saying?
And contrary to popular demand, I didn't grow up. My mom didn't force me to go to college. My mom didn't. My family, it wasn't like you got to go to college. I just did. I had older brothers and older sisters, and they did it. I just followed them. I never heard my mom say, "You got to get a degree." Never got a degree. And my dad died when I was 12. So I know people would think this generational. The reason I wanted my son, but when I found out the value of an education, that's when I started making sure my kids understood the value. My mom never sent me down and talked, son, you got to go college. You got to go here. She never sent me down in that. I just did. My older sister, the one who was on here earlier, she went to University of Memphis. So guess what? I wanted to go and wanted to follow her. And that's that. My mom never sent me down. But my kids, it was different. What I did, ladies and gentlemen, I groomed them to understand the value of you just having a education. A lot of people, I don't know. And I wanted them to do, because my son said, man, I go to Memphis. I didn't know you ain't. I want you to do, it's like somebody said, I wanted you to go farther. I wanted you to go a place that I didn't even think about going. You got to understand, I didn't even think about going to Cornell. Harvard was never on my damn mind because nobody never told me that, Jimmy. I had to learn that on my own. This wasn't inherited, you pass down and pass down and pass. No. It started with my generation. What I did, when it opened my eyes and said, man, my kid can do anything he want to do. If he want to go to Harvard, let's try to go to Harvard. So that's how, I hope that helps somebody. That's how mine came about, Jimmy. It wasn't that my mom.
I'm watching the comment right there by Chuck McGowan. It says, like, I thought college was automatic after high school. My parents never mentioned college, although I know they both graduated from college. And my point is that's called exposure. See, these kids are getting an education that neither one of us got.
Gotcha.
They travel the country playing basketball.
Yes.
When I was a kid, we played at the Northeast Y, Jimmy, right? Off Tidwell Road. When I was a kid, we played at the Rosewood Park. That's where we played. That was the EYL to us. These kids are getting such an education. They're traveling with these grown men all over the country. They're on airplanes. I mean, like, there is a lot of education that's being absorbed by these people. And as far as when do you start teaching them, whether you teaching them or not, they're learning every day from you.
Yes.
On you what you want to teach them.
Yes. Yes.
That's from nutrition. That's from respect. That's from behavior. That's from knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I told you before, when I was a kid, and people got to understand this, and this is the truth. I never had a primary male figure in my household.
Right.
I learned how to deal with women in the locker room. I didn't know. There was no one to teach me how to deal with women.
I see. Okay, now I understand. I understand now.
And if you sleep with the most women, you the best dude in the world. For real? Oh, that's what I'm gonna do then. I don't know that's messed up. I don't know that's not the way things are supposed to be done.
Now.
I know now, right? I'm the coolest guy if that's what I do.
You know now, right?
And then what's that?
You know now, right?
You know, as you get older, you realize.
Okay. I'm just making sure you know now. But keep going.
After trying to be like Robert Hatter all my life, you learn at some point that that's not the way things are supposed to be done. But the question is, who's going to teach you that? I'm just saying, man, like, you need people around you so you can grow, man. And your kids, they listen to every single thing. And I'll tell people this: influence and importance. And parents get mad when I say this to them. You might be important to your kid, but you may not be influential over him. The leader is the person they follow. You can think what you want to think about that parent and stuff. Are your kids following you or not? That's what you need to think about. You're around there paying bills and they ain't listening to you. You're around there paying bills and you don't have influence on your kids. You need to look in the mirror.
Wait. Why do the parent got to look in the mirror? Why the kid might just be some kids just don't listen.
That may be true. But somebody said before, that's your seed. Maybe, you know what, maybe you being punished because you didn't listen.
Yes. And guess what? That could be the truth. Sometimes your seed don't listen.
What I'm saying is recognize that there can be people outside of your concentric circle that can have more influence on your kid than you do.
So you're saying Jesus then not a good listener, a leader then, because his kids don't do what he say to do. Huh?
What do you mean?
I'm just telling you, all of us are sons of. No, I'm not tripping.
You're being extreme.
But
a little bit extreme.
No, I am. No, I'm not. It's the same principle. It's the same principles. All you can do is put the principles in. The kid got a free will, just like Chris Walker got a free will. When they get grown, they got a free will, Chris. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm not talking about grown kids. That's a whole different conversation.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about grown. Okay.
I'm talking about young kids. He asked me when they're young and you're rearing your children and you're teaching them things. Think about it. I'm just saying, like,
I got
you. You know the people that I tell they always got to be careful? Uncles and aunties. If everybody know how to say the word auntie. Uncles and aunties. When I was growing up, my uncles were my heroes. I didn't know anything about no Adrian Peterson. I watched TV, but they don't know anything. Kids today don't even watch games, man. They don't watch these people on TV. They look at Instagram, I want to dress like him. Or they watch rappers. They don't, but when they really, really little, Their uncle is their hero. If their dad is around, that's their hero. If their mama around, that's their hero. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful. You matter to these people, man. I'm telling you. So it ain't about what you don't. It ain't about what you do in front of them. It's what you also don't expose them to that could be problematic.
I got
Tell
you.
'em.
I got you.
You be
I got you.
surprised how quick these kids. Man, you see a kid give them a phone. What password? This, that. And you be like, damn. Where that kid learn all of that from?
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
tell you, man. And so my thing is when I hear NBA, when I hear players say, man, I don't like reading. I don't like math, but can go in an NFL game. They changing defenses 2 at a time. Watch film on a cut of a dime. Call this out. Call that audible. Do this. Do that. But don't like reading. No, it's just not important to you because someone in your circle hasn't made you understand that one day you won't be able to play football anymore. And there's a whole lot of people out there that make a lot more money than you and gonna live a lot longer than you, and you may have to go work for them one day because you don't understand how this thing works, how education works. And if you're blessed not to have to be a part of that world, that's fine. But anyway, fellas, hey man, I appreciate it, man. Y'all
I like
gonna
that,
close the show,
Qual.
man?
Thank
we
you,
had a
boy.
good time today, man. Y'all crazy, man. Freightman, what's up, man? Listen, Freightman, ever since I got on Freightman and he's had his kid call him, he been real easy on me on the timeline. So that's how I learned. That's how you get at him. He said, my daddy say you said he was white. I said, why did he say your daddy was white? Say he look white. Yo, man, I gotta run, man. But I got one thing to say. How about them Cowboys? Yo, y'all gonna stop hating, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, soon as you get off the show, I'm taking this stuff off the back of me and Jimmy's back.
No, you can't do that because Jimmy, I called him bright and early. Let him know I want my wallpaper up. And get used to the wallpaper going up. And I want a different one every time. Because it's gonna be about 15 more of these.
Jimmy, what did we have to, what we gonna put on there? What he got to do for us when he lose?
He gonna put that star on his forehead, like
okay.
Kamala. Like, remember the wrestler Kamala?
Okay,
The
all right,
Jack?
okay.
He gonna
He
had the moon on his belly. Chris gonna put the star on his head.
We're gonna have to wait a while for that. I'll holler at y'all later, man. I gotta run.
My sister said my daddy was my hero. Yep, he was. He died when I was 12, but he was really my hero. And I don't have any. I mean, God don't have me going there. You're gonna have tears in my eyes right now. I want to talk about that. A very special man. Wasn't on the planet with me, Jimmy, but 12 years, but have an impact that's lasting forever. So, yes, when you have a dad, them dads impact you, man. Them dads do impact you. But yeah, Jimmy, what else you got, baby?
I'm reading one of the comments, of course, and browsing through, and you got it live in the Boom Boom Room today, and that's one of the things about the Chop Shop. It really does serve as an avenue of a therapeutic avenue for a lot of people. You never know what the next person is going through at work right now or wherever they may be, and you guys being able to interact with each other. You don't, and even when you don't agree with each other, you're still interacting. And for the most part, it's in an informative fashion. And then so we appreciate that. We notice that. And what I want to do is we'll start getting to the point where we can acknowledge a lot more of your comments because your voices are definitely welcome and embraced by us on the Chop Shop. I see Herman over on the YouTube Boom Boom Room. And he says, even though I was a all-district wide receiver in football, say my dad made me get a job at Randall's my junior year, and I had to hold to become the valedictorian of the class of 1990. That's time management 101.
Awesome,
and the thing nowadays, and this is a question I'm going to ask you guys, the parents. Like I said, I learn from you guys when you're candidly, when you're expressing with honesty about some of these topics. I really don't know what's making you tick. And it's not you per se, but it's the collection of your thoughts. And this is what I want to ask you. Twofold. What was your summer job or your job in high school? Number two, if your son or daughter is or was a student athlete, did you make them get a job?
I did.
What makes where I learned from this is the why. If no, then why not? If no, then why not? Start
Jimmy,
with you.
I remember.
If no, then why not?
I remember my first job, Coletta's Pizza. My first ever job. I'll never forget
You
it.
were just hungry as hell. You wanted some. That's what you got.
No, it was close. It was close to the crib. And Jimmy, they promoted me real fast, y'all. Because Jimmy, guess what happened? When you first get there, you're busting the tables. But Chris, they had me clean the restroom. Jimmy, I had that restroom so damn spotless because my mama didn't play that at home. That dude said, every customer come in and said, who cleaned that restroom? Jimmy, I moved up quickly because my mom taught me whatever the job is, no matter how mediocre you think it is, always do it your best, son. And I'll never forget that. A woman raising all these kids, dad died at 12, and she kept pushing and raising us. So, I mean, I remember that job, but in my situation with my son and daughter, I didn't require my son to get a job. His job, this is what his job was. But he did have a job, Jimmy. It was to make great grades, not good ones, and work out and play basketball and get in shape to be a better basketball player. That was his only job. And when that was his job, he got rewarded for that. That was his job. How much you think them people making at Randall's? How much you think them people making it? Guess what? I got you. I'm gonna double that. You just make sure you make great grades and you excel as a basketball player. And guess what? Hey, did pretty good. It worked. Might not work, but Jimmy, I did not tell him to get a job. I did not. I'm sorry. Parents, y'all do it the way I just did not require him to have a job.
I got a job in about the 11th grade. I mean, don't get it twisted. I had a real job where the check came from where you had to go to the bank and cash a check. That's what we call. That's a job we're talking about, guys. That job. Now, because of course, coming in Fifth Ward, I used to brush the hair off of the patrons at Stubblefield's barbershop. That was my first.
You told me that.
Obligated place to be, meaning you had to be there from a certain time to a certain time on particular days. But that wasn't my job. Was commissionary, meaning that it was based off of tips. That was the hustle one-on-one. And then you start spit shining the little shoes a little bit. And that was in the barbershop. But that wasn't the job. I'm talking about the job where they took that when you learned what FICA mean. That job when you learn why they taking money? Why the hell they taking my money? You get that first check and you start asking questions like, hey man, this don't add up right. So that type of job, I think my first one was probably McDonald's. In the Fifth Ward, it's just amazing how times and it ain't, we had right there off Collinsworth, Cavalcade in 59, that was a McDonald's which was black owned. Another black owned McDonald's.
Back when you were young?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. And another black owned one was right there near Wheatley on I-10 in Lockwood. That was black owned. It still is black owned. The owner, that's the one the owner got shot.
Oh, yes.
A few years ago.
Good dude too, man.
Deposits. Yeah. His daughter runs that McDonald's now.
Yeah.
And now the one on Cavalcade in 59 on the tip outskirts of Fifth Ward, that was owned by T. Roy Vance. That was his name. T. Roy Vance and the whole Vance family His daughters and sons, they all worked up in there. He had about 3 or 4 of them. They all, Kim Vance, the daughter, she did the accounting. She was the bookkeeper for for that. And he owned a couple of them before he passed away. But one thing about the sons, Adam, one of the sons, I don't know if he might have had an R. Kelly eyeball or something, but if the chick didn't look good, they wasn't getting hired. So
why you had to mention R. Kelly, man?
I mean, I say the eyeball. I mean, he was older. He was about 28 years old, 30 years old.
Oh, okay. I got you.
They hired a lot of the high school young kids. All of us was in high. There was a lot of the fleet.
I got you.
We had an older everything.
I got you.
But understand, that McDonald's, that was a way mom was like, okay, you're going to make your own money for your own gas. You got your car now.
Okay.
So that was the concept. Mama could have, but then you got your own gas.
Right.
So I mean, you going where you want to go, you're gonna work in it. So I worked there. I think it was minimum wage was like $3.85 or some stuff back then. But guess what? That was the first job.
Jimmy, I'm glad you said that. Jimmy, and you would have been getting less than that if it wasn't for Adam Clayton Powell. I just wanted to throw that in. You would have been getting less than that if it wasn't for Adam Clayton Powell.
If it was any less than that, you know one thing, black folk know how to make their hustle. No matter where you put us working at, I've been selling chicken McNuggets out the trunk or something. There's been something going on.
Did you see what Coach? I love guys like Coach Woods. I knew I love Coach Woods. He was a guy that worked at churches with hooking his friends up. I used to love guys like that, man. Hey, Jimmy, I gotta tell y'all this. Have y'all ever, I used to have this girlfriend when I was young. She used to be from a family, I guess she honest age. I mean, everything above board. Jimmy, all of us go to the bowling alley, right? So we go to the bowling alley, we done rung up all this bowling tab, right? So all my partners and his girls, all they girls, they sneaking out. Little mama talking about, Robert, that's not right. I'm going to call your mother. You know that's not right. I said, if we stay here, we going to have to pay for all of it. Jimmy, I said, hey, little mama, I love you, but I'm finna leave you in on that one. Then she came out. Have y'all ever been around one of them girls? Jimmy, everybody. I mean, it's about 12 of us. But she the one, Robert, you know that's not right. I know her name, I ain't gonna call her name on the air. But wow. Hey, Jimmy, that's the kind of stuff I used to go through when I was young.
Yeah, man. I mean, and so the reason I asked the question, like I say, guys, I'm reading some of the comments. A lot of you guys,
okay.
A lot of people now in student athletes, that basketball is their job because that means probably you're making the investment in them saying, okay, well, look, you don't have to, your work is going to be getting your ass in that gym and taking care of your lesson and taking care of maybe these chores around the house. That may be their job. And we had that as well. But you know what it was called back in the days? We got an allowance. Do people even give allowances anymore? Because I look around, I watch kids before they go up to the parents in the gyms. Dad, Mom, I need $10. Mom, I need $5. So do you give allowances anymore? That's what we used to do.
That's a good point.
And that means you taught the kid how to be accountable and to balance their own books, and in regard to stretching that money.
Yeah,
you got your allowance, and then some parents would put incentives on top of the base allowance. Well, if you did this, that's another $5. If you did this, I mean, so I'm just wondering, does that even exist anymore? Because even understand your kid ain't got to work, but damn it, they got to be accountable. And that's what we're seeing is the byproduct of no accountability with a lot of these young people. Seriously, that the basic fundamentals of being accountable ain't there. So when they get blamed for something, then they don't even know how to handle it. They can't even accept blame. I ain't do it. Then they'll start snitching on everybody that did do it because there ain't nobody accountable. So I'm just curious on that. That's
a good one. And Jimmy, I should have, but I never gave him a allowance. I mean, I just gave him money. I mean, when he did something, I mean, hey, don't let him hit 30. Jim, he got a $50 piece every time he hit 30. That's why they was trying to shoot the hell out of him all the time. Hey, don't let him get 30, and don't let him have 4 or 5 steals. Oh yeah. I mean, that's just the way we did it, man. It was weird, and but I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world, man. It's just that's why I tell y'all, man, enjoy them babies, man. I mean, them kids, cause they gonna be gone. They gonna be gone off in these cities. I know y'all blessed enough. I look at Mika, she don't have to go but up the road to see her son. A lot of y'all, but man, boy, once they go, and then guess what? They might not want to come back right now. Let me see. Since 2013, how many years that's been? 2013. That's 8 years. My son been gone. So, I mean, it's enjoy them, parents, while you can. Please. Please enjoy them. Please enjoy them. That's all I can say.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good reading the comments and everything. I mean, good stuff. That is Moody. I'm seeing you posted this up there, and you know, and that's the thing. So you think back on some of this stuff, and we can see what some of the things are missing with some of the kids in our society, and that's the thing, man. That's the thing. Some of the things are missing, and that don't mean, you know, guess what? We can't fix it all. You can't save the planet, but at the same time, you know, we got work to do. And there's nothing wrong. There's no late time with these young people, and as far as preaching and holding, understanding, stressing the desire to hold them accountable for their actions.
Look what Mike just put on the screen. Man, you know Savannah wasn't gonna play that stuff around her kids, LeBron around there with all them, around there with all them. Man, come on, man. That ain't even news to me. That ain't even news to me, LeBron. He just like to be all mysterious and stuff like that. Yeah, but I guess he's back. Man, you know what? It's their business, Jimmy, who's back. But all I'm saying, if you're not, man, just you know, don't you know, let's just keep everybody safe. That's all. But what else you got, Jimmy? It's 2:06.
Yeah,
I got a few minutes today, so.
No, we starting to descend, like the plant, like the pilot say. We starting to descend. we get ready to land the plane, so we're coming down from 35,000 feet. I have an acknowledgement.
Okay.
And not acknowledgement, just an informative. Back in 1942, I think this was the year. There's a guy named Sherman White.
Okay.
And Sherman White played basketball at Villanova at first. Then he left and transferred over to Long Island University. Sherman White played on the team, and a couple of his teammates was shaving, parent shaving. They pulled them into the deal, and they all eventually the feds got them all for parent shaving. And this guy, Sherman White, man, you averaged like 27 points a game. He was projected to be a shoe-in for the NBA draft. So when they got caught, he got the biggest sentence. I think it was like 12 months that they gave him. And the other two guys got like lesser sentences. Well, the thing was that was detrimental was the fact that he also, part of his sentence, they ruled that he could never play in the NBA. They ruled he never could play in the NBA. So getting the sentence is one thing. So he was going to jail, do his time, and they still was going to take him. He was a project Sherman White. Look that name up.
I got to check on Sam.
And this young man, he's arguably the best. No, of course you got a Lynn Bias story and whatnot, but one of the best players, the best NBA prospects to never get drafted.
Jim,
Now,
Jim,
you know,
and you know what? I'm glad. I know we got. I wanted to share something with y'all because I know it's Women Rock Wins and I won't say. But I saw something, Jimmy, and I wish Chris was still here because, but we got. I think we should have some fraternity members on this thing. Jimmy, it was a hazing incident. Did you see where the 8 Virginia Commonwealth University frat members charged in the death of a pledge who died from alcohol poisoning? Did you see that?
no,
Jimmy,
I
a
ain't saw that.
fraternity pledge died after he was forced to drink a bottle of whiskey at a party earlier this year by 8 college students. On Wednesday, the authorities arrested the group of men who ranged from 19 to 22 of age, but the young kid named Adam Oakes died in February. At the time of his death, he was 19. I'm glad Walter Yates is here. Walter Yates, let me go and put it up there so you can, so I can get out this suspicion of who it was. These were the kids. These were the guys. The day is Tuesday. I said Women Rock Wednesday is tomorrow. If you listen, Odyssey, I know what the date is. Women Rock Wednesday tomorrow. So I won't have time to say this on Women Rock Wednesday. Take your time and listen to what I say, Odyssey, before you're so quick to write the damn comment. But back to these kids. Jimmy, the night of the incident, he attended the party to be paired with his big brother. Okay? With his big brothers. During the party, he was forced. And see, some of our kids are doing this stuff. Jimmy, they said during the party, he was forced to drink a large bottle of whiskey as that was a part of the initiation rites. He passed out on the frat house couch where he was found dead the following morning. Imagine if that was your son. Imagine if that's with your son. The coroner determined his death was caused by alcohol poisoning. The university suspended the frat and as well as its national chapter. It's expelled indefinitely. 8 students were charged. The Oakes family released a statement, Jimmy, saying that the arrest took 7 months after the death. We're grateful for some measure of justice these charges and the rest may produce, as well as protecting from hazing. Wow. Unbelievable, Jimmy. That a kid have to drink, a kid have to be subjected to those. Thank you, Jimmy, for putting the race to 1,000 on there. We getting there. But these are kids we sent off to college. I forgot the name of the frat, y'all. It's one of them. It's one. It's not a. I showed you the guys. Oh, it's called Delta Chi. Delta CHI. Delta CHI frat. I'm sorry, I found it. But I just wanted to share that because we sending our kids off to college. Thank you, Walter. We sending our kids off to college, man, and they might want to pledge. They tried to get Robert to pledge. What's the one up in Cornell? The Alpha. What's the one that was originated in Cornell? Y'all let me know. They tried to get him, and he said, no, we're not doing that. What school? VCU, Virginia Commonwealth. Jimmy, and Jimmy, guess what? A friend of mine is the golf coach at Virginia Commonwealth. Thank you, Walter Yates. So, but I just wanted to share that with y'all because we got kids going to college soon, next year, whenever. So, yes, Warren knows kids about this hazing stuff, man. It's getting out of hand, Jimmy. And I thought Jimmy, with all the publicity of the bands, the marching bands doing it, I thought at some point somebody, Walter Yates, because I wasn't a frat, tell me what the hell is wrong with some of these frats. What do they want to know? Y'all will go, you're damn near die for us? Tell me the reason they doing this ish. Jimmy, I got that off Twitter. Tell me why they doing this ish. Help me. Help me, y'all. I don't understand it. Jimmy, you can get us out of here, but if somebody want to just tell me, Corey, what the hell is going on?
Well, I'm just I'm not surprised. I mean, hazing is not going to stop anytime soon, but it has been, the whip has been cracked among a lot of the HBCUs, but it still takes place. It's just
Yeah.
that guys are more consciously aware in the HBCUs, that is, of subjecting a lot of the pledges to death risking tasks, as in the past, because guys know your ass go to jail when something happened to one of these kids. And then there's others who will step up and stop or prevent it. I would think that's has happened. So Walter Yates, he's not the only Greek
Yeah.
on the feed. If you are Greek right now, as we get ready to continue descending to land this plane, shout out your fraternity or sorority right now. You might be surprised. Some of you may be frat brothers or sisters and had been dialoguing with each other for months or for years and did not even know. So this is one thing about the chop shop. No, rep your
frat.
rep your tribe.
Rep your tribe. Hey, rep your divine nine.
Yeah.
Hey, rep your divine.
And,
But Jimmy, you know what? I was just thinking about that because Walter was saying, and Jimmy, that was the problem why I never played. Because I had heard they was going to try, the dude was going to try to hit me. And see, Jimmy, I didn't want to go that penitentiary. And my mama was going to get me. Because I was going to whoop his, whoever, especially this one. You know, we had one about two that said what they was going to do to me. Jimmy, and I heard, Jimmy, I was going to whoop them like they stole something from Macy's. But I know I wouldn't have made it. So why? I said, man, I'm not even going to put myself in that position to go do it. So Walter Yates, talking about hitting on me, I'm going to hit you back. Because my daddy taught me somebody hit you, hit them back. So guess what? I couldn't just sit there and take it. Especially you hit me up somewhere in my face. Oh, no, sir. No, sir. I'm gonna hit you right in your throat. Jimmy, hold up. In your throat. but get us out. What else you got, man? I'm sorry. I hate that
Indeed,
with that.
man. It's definitely a time we appreciate you guys. Make sure you share the show if you hadn't done so.
Hold
And
on,
for
Jimmy.
those others,
Rod Wells, I'm sorry, Jimmy. Rod Wells said, Jimmy, he wasn't gonna let you get it. You can't. Rod Wells go always around this time. Rod Wells always want to hit you with some Astro stuff. Why is he messing with you right now? Tell me what happened.
well, I think that translates to, me. I'm listening with the third ear.
Okay.
That sounds like Rod Wells is asking me what place the Astros are in, and they're in first place. That sounds like that's what that's asking. They're in first place, and this series, it starts today through Thursday against Tampa Bay. The Astros will wrap up the season Friday, Saturday, Sunday against Oakland.
Okay.
And right now,
Here in town,
because
they just left the West Coast.
road. I think they go back to Oakland, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I think they go back. One of you guys can check on that.
Okay.
I know they played Tampa Bay here, and they just played. Remember, they just played Oakland. I think it was last week.
Yeah.
So and got swept. But Oakland is pretty much out of the picture right now. Seattle is making a push. The wild card is really, really tight in the American League. You have New York is like a half a game ahead of Boston or one game ahead of Boston. So two teams make it. Toronto is like a game behind Boston. Then you have somebody else is pushing up the rear. Seattle is pushing up the rear. They're like 2 games behind Boston. So this thing, New York, even though they're on top right now in the wild card hunt, the Yankees are not in yet. But remember, even though they swept Boston this past weekend, this thing is going down in the American League. That's for the National League, Heather. Guess what? How about this? The Dodgers are 2 games out of first. They got 6 games left. That's it. 6 games left. They winning, San Francisco win. 6 games. If the Dodgers remain as the runners up that they are, guess who they draw in the wild card? A 1-game winner take all.
Who?
Guess who they draw?
Who?
The hottest team in all of baseball this year.
Who?
The longest winning streak of the season.
Okay. Who?
The St. Louis Cardinals. They won 16 straight.
Well, why
This
they
the
ass-
worst
why they
time of
ass
the
in
year.
the- well, why they in the wild card then? If they done won so many damn games.
I mean, they was on the side of the road for heavy trash. Then all of a sudden, guess what they did? Guess what they did? Back on September the 8th, they played 2 games. They had just lost 2 games to the Dodgers.
Okay.
Then they won. Wainwright went to work on the Dodgers' ass. They won 4-2. Then they come back and they beat the Dodgers again. They lost one, I think, against the Reds, and they've won 16 straight ever since. So that
Hey, man.
means they've won 18 of their last 19 games. That's what I'm talking about, the St. Louis Cardinals.
Hey, Jim.
And I've been to a Cardinal game before in
Uh-huh.
St. Louis. That's one of the most, but understand, luckily for the Dodgers, they will play at home
Okay.
if they are hosting.
Mookie.
They will play at home.
Jim, I got something for you.
Luckily.
I got
Because that
something
St.
for you.
Louis stadium is off the chain. State
Hey.
of the art.
I got something for you. That Mindy and that Sonya Billingsley, they don't let nothing pass, man. Let me tell you, that is Moody said. The Chicago White Sox are waiting on right? He didn't even finish it. Get with Sonya before he even got it out. She said, waiting on what, bruh? She didn't even let him get it out, man. Them two right there, y'all, don't play no games at all. Them two right there quit school because they didn't want to go to recess. That's why. That just show you they don't play no games. She didn't let the man get it out. He was like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. But Jimmy, somebody messing with you named, I'll call his name, but his name started with Corey Henderson. Asking you about TSU.
Did
we win?
TSU
Did they win last week?
No, they played Rice. They wasn't expected to be Rice, but TSU did score about 30 points against Rice.
That was 2 weeks
TSU
ago.
played-
I'm talking about this Saturday.
Homecoming is this week coming up, Hal. Rice was this past Saturday.
I thought
TSU, they showed some life. They showed the sign of a heartbeat. Now, here's what the deal is. I'm glad you brought this up before we go. Yeah, we got it.
Come on, give me a minute. Give me a quick minute.
TSU homecoming is this Saturday,
Okay.
and they have homecoming festivities going on.
Okay.
The school that they're going to play this year,
Ooh, what's the name?
and the game homecoming is on campus, as
Okay.
it was last year. It's North American University.
Okay. Not South America. North America. Okay.
Guys, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm taking all bets. If we lose this game, I'm gonna lose my right pocket. First of all, anybody want some? North American University. And don't you dare go look them up either. Don't you dare
I'm
go
about
look
to.
them up.
You know.
Don't
You know.
Guess what? I go on guess where they based that? Guess where they based that?
Where, man?
Guess where they based it?
Where? In Sugarland. Somebody just said Sugarland. Oh, Jimmy, don't you tell me that lie. Don't you tell me that lie. No. Say it ain't so, Jimmy. Say it ain't so. No way.
Hey man, Coach McKinney,
I'm
down
going to
with
that
you,
game.
bro. I'm going. Coach McKinney, you know what? You should have scheduled 12 games against these dudes. You'd have been undefeated. You'd have got a pay raise. Guess what? This school is basically they got a football team and they won this past weekend, but they are basically they don't have their own field.
The
It's like
replacements.
TSU. They play their games, I think, at Stafford High School. Stafford, right next to Sugarland. This is a team. You know what?
I'm done, man.
What's
I'm
the name
done.
of the high school? I hope this ain't
Bishop
a
Sycamore.
I hope this ain't. This is the college Bishop Sycamore. It's who TSU, my people.
Hey, man.
My people, man.
Hey, man, I am not going to laugh at TSU because I really enjoyed myself. Jimmy, tomorrow we got to talk about it because Women Rock Wins, we got to talk about our experience at a TSU function. But I love TSU.
TSU going to break the losing streak this week, guys. Yeah, you know what? I'm wearing burgundy Monday. I'm wearing maroon Monday.
Hey,
TSU going to break that streak.
I saw you had that damn burger. Y'all, let me tell you something. We go to the damn event, right? He going like he's a real damn TSU alum. He going there. He had that
like
burger.
like I'm a donor.
Yes. He come in there with the shirt on, with the burgundy shirt, with the hat, with the burgundy band. I want to throw him. I want to post a wall on his ass. I want to push your ass in the jacuzzi. I said, look at him. Them folks thought you was that's Donor Jimmy. That's Donor Jimmy over there when he walked in the door. Unbelievable. But let me tell you something. That was great scheduling. I don't care what nobody said. Shout out to the coach. That was great scheduling. Because guess what? I'm going to be happy come Monday morning about TSU. I don't care. They're going to beat the brakes off them boys. Hey, now, TSU. I'm sorry. I said it. I'm done.
Say, Paul J say TSU trying to get that first bill by any means necessary. Hey, I'm like Mr. Katie. We don't pick.
We just beat them.
TSU, the winning streak starts on Saturday. How about that? Watch this winning streak start on Saturday. And it's going down. And he say Bishop Sycamore. Well, y'all off the chain, man.
Man, I'm done.
And
I can't wait till this weekend. Jimmy, you got
TSU.
I'm going to miss the game because I'm going to be at your event this weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to miss the game as well, man. And guess what?
I got to go for a minute.
The TSU basketball program, and what's in style now. U of H did it a couple of weeks ago. They hold workouts when you know an abundance of kids stirred up and have an event nearby.
Okay.
That way, those kids can come over, and those grassroots coaches or people of influence can come by and watch what the college workouts consist of. That's valuable. And if you're really watching one of them, some people just go around this grandstanding, and you think for a minute that your kid can go insert themselves right into that stuff and immediately play. You probably, in most cases, you're probably wrong. You're talking about Division I level. In most cases, those are grown men out there. As a matter of fact, like I said, TSU is going to have workouts that Saturday morning.
What time?
The homecoming game is at 2:00 on Saturday on campus. They're going to be partying and tailgating even the night before. It's not, understand. They just started doing this a year or two ago, guys.
Right.
They just started doing this. TSU.
Right.
I think
nice.
I don't know if they even done it last year. 2 years ago was the first year.
Yeah.
They brought the thing back. And for the real estate that the TSU has to work with,
right,
it was really a home run.
Yes.
They lost the game. Luckily, had they won that game, they lost in the closing seconds, it would have been off the chain. You understand? It's not Prairie View homecoming.
Jimmy, forget that. They had Rick Ross in there performing, man. Prairie View didn't have no Rick Ross.
We sure was. I was right there. We was right there in front of the stage.
Right there in the VIP section.
So did.
Yes.
We got to ask who they're gonna have this weekend.
They had Rick Ross in the building with that Bel Air champagne. Chuck McGowan said they partying right now. But Jimmy, so at what time in the morning on Saturday? So
10 o'clock in the morning, they're going to have certain kids because what they did was, which was smart, the basketball department, somebody related to the basketball department, I just put it like that, reached out to find out about the Super 16 to make sure which kids would not be playing in conflict with them coming by having workout. Let's say, for example, if Shadow Creek doesn't play till like 2:00.
Right.
Well, in Shadow Creek, matter of fact, I'm looking at the schedule for the Super 16. And on Saturday, Shadow Creek plays at 2:00. And
Wow.
so they play at 2:00. That means they have to come straight down 288 to go to the gym and
Right.
pass through downtown. So
Right.
you can get off the freeway, come there earlier, and go
Get you
get
some
the
work.
coaches inviting. And that's what I'm saying. They're going to reach out.
What grades?
to
What grades
several-
are they invited?
Well, what it is, they're not. This is not for the whole everybody.
Okay.
So
Certain
call
guys.
older guys. If you're interested in taking some kids by there,
Mhm.
then you reach out, send an email to chopshophtx at gmail.com, and we'll
Okay.
try to hook it up for you.
Okay.
If you're interested in taking, understand
Okay.
this is
Unofficial.
a special opportunity because coaches don't open their doors
That's right.
for workouts
That's right.
often
That's right.
because that means they got to watch their language often,
Right.
and they ain't trying to do that.
Right.
They trying to get it in, and so
Right.
understand it's a good opportunity.
That's unique, man.
You stop through there, and a kid can get to see the pre-homecoming festivities and all those trailers that's going to be out there.
That's a good.
They have trailers.
That's good,
tents,
Jim.
And everything in that parking lot, which is right near the H&P Arena
I
on
like
the
that.
campus of Texas Southern University. This is what you got to do.
I like
And
that.
then while you're going through there, go and pass by the brand new George Floyd mural. Take a
Yeah.
couple of snaps
Yeah.
with your son or your daughter.
Yeah.
And guess what? Now you've created a memory to go in their 12th grade graduation yearbook or whatnot. You create memories. It lasts forever
That's a good one.
when you create those. And that's what I wanted to give you guys.
That's a good
And,
one.
hold on. Craven Freeman, you said Drake? They got Drake there?
Man, Craven Frazier just be lying, man.
Well, no. I mean, Drake has Houston. His whole new album is damn near based on Houston. So
But it came from Kevin Freeman. Didn't nobody else said nothing about it. Ain't nobody said nothing about it but Kevin Freeman. So I'm not gonna believe
you're
that.
right. You're right.
I ain't
And
gonna
lastly, somebody asked on the Super 16 extravaganza, the schedule is updated. We had to update the schedule. All of Saturday games are starting an hour later than before.
Okay.
All of Friday's games are starting an hour later than before. Friday's games now, the first game is until 6:00.
Okay.
Saturday, the first game isn't until noon. So that means you get a chance to go and party. And I might go and slide through TSU to the yard and see some of my old
I'm
classmates,
sliding.
before getting back in. Because now I get an extra hour of sleep. I always have to go to one of my, go in
The venue.
one of my partners, one of my schoolhood best friends. He's a pastor, and he's having something for his daughter, and that's near the Sea King. And I was gonna pass by there when I left the gym, probably about 10:30. If I got enough energy, or if I have a driver, and I can shoot down to TSU and get them a turkey leg or something, or a chicken wing, and then come on back to the north and prepare for the next day. But it's and Roy Wells, another homecoming is this Saturday, is the schools formerly known as the colored schools, and that's Yates versus Wheatley. And that homecoming is this Saturday, 6 p.m. at Barnett Fieldhouse.
There's a lot of stuff going on in Houston this weekend.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a lot. Yeah, you're right. A lot of stuff going on. And Corey, you know what? Corey, I can't stand you, man. Corey says Corey went to Texas A&M, y'all.
Yeah.
Texas A&M.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, I
old
know.
Texas A&M. Not the new stuff. The old Texas A&M.
Wait a
The
minute.
old
Ain't
Texas-
that the one you told that Pig Sue was gonna come and whoop the hell out of? Is that what you was talking about on?
The pigs got loose on that ass.
Okay.
this week.
Keep going. Okay. Yeah. That Corey.
Pigs got loose.
Yeah.
Tore them off the bone. Yeah. Put a 40 piece on them dudes.
Yeah.
Down there. But of course, Madison's homecoming is as well. I don't know
Oh,
who's Madison
man.
is hosting, but it's a lot of things you
Man, there's a
can
lot
get
of stuff
into.
to do in Houston.
A lot of things you can get into.
Stay out of trouble
And,
now, y'all. Stay out of trouble.
And I'm looking, so I'm just reading through the comments. But anyway, guys, Hatter, Mr. Raspberry says you need to come see them play. Cy Ranch plays Summer Creek Friday at 6 p.m.
I got a question.
First game.
So, but he said that was 6 before you changed the schedule. Is it gonna be pushed back now? Make sure now.
No, it's 6 p.m.
I'm there. I'm there.
That's 6 p.m.
I'm there. I'm
6
there.
p.m.
And Jimmy,
guess
this said
what?
no. This said no.
At Noel.
Yeah.
At Noel on Friday night.
Okay.
Reasons on Noel on Friday night is because C.E. King High School has the big showdown
Yeah.
on Friday night.
Yeah.
Football, that is. C.E. King will be hosting undefeated Summer Creek. So that game takes place at C.E. King, and they need all of the parking that they can muster on that. Also, guys, on Friday, if you're listening, if anybody that's watching the Chop Shop right now is a certified medical trainer, because our trainer that was on schedule for Friday has been pulled into his obligated football game duties that's provided by the concierge, Icy Mike and his staff. So we're gonna listen. If anybody that knows a certified medical trainer that would like to come and work for 4 hours at the Super 16 on Friday evening, the times will be about, let's say 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock. That would be the 4-hour slot. Then get at me ASAP. Once again, I know that was an event that took place out this past weekend. Had multiple. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read you guys an email.
They had multiple injuries.
I'm gonna read you guys an email.
Okay.
See, a lot of times parents, they don't take this stuff as serious until it happens to their babies.
But what if they don't know?
And that's what the Chop Shop is for.
Okay, say no more.
That's what the Chop Shop is for.
My man.
And here we are. He said, you pay a lot of attention to detail in your events and appreciate that about them. There was a large multi-court event this past weekend at C.E. King. Security was present, but no trainers or medics. Multiple injuries all day. One kid had to be carted off on a stretcher by paramedics. Another kid injured his ankle at least 3 times. Several other kids hit the floor and had to be taken to the sidelines. My own son had to suffer an injury that required stitches. I had to roam the hallways myself to find a first aid kit to patch up my son's bleeding from the head. And I put, and we go on and said, he said, I gave the tournament organizers some feedback that they have to have at least one trainer, first aid person out there with so many teams and high level of contact. He said the probability of something happening is just too high, even with something as easy as ankle sprains, right? They can't be having to deal with, coaches and parents can't be having to deal and becoming first aid appliers themselves, right? And it was another one.
I got a question. What is their mascot? C.E. King. What is their mascot?
Panthers.
Okay,
Panthers.
keep going. Okay, keep going.
There's another one.
Mm-hmm.
It says went to the event this past weekend, and there was no medical staff. Say, I was told by somebody at the school that supposedly the trainers were tied up in football, but should have gotten someone there from the outside. Someone with at least first aid training on these events goes a long way, right? And it says, it seems like the bigger the event is, the more that you charge. So you should be able to find some extra money to fund that expense. It said it was lots of volunteer scorekeepers out there too, including high school coaches or injured players who wasn't suited up had to fill and man the scores table.
Man, I
So it
don't want
looks
to
like
hear
that
no
was.
more. This the
See, that's what I'm talking
21st
about.
century, man.
That's what I'm talking about. And y'all,
This is
and y'all,
the-
go right on. This is
and-
what's going on.
I wasn't going to say anything, but that was supposed to be live streamed from all the games. Yet there were none.
Oh, it was?
Yet there were none at the MacArthur game, and no real coverage of the games that played. Man, hey, let me tell you something. I don't know what happened, but man, we just got to get smarter, man. I keep telling, and then y'all want to get mad at Jesse Washington. Not y'all, some people want to get mad. Man, y'all parents, y'all got a right. Thank God we get the emails. Let me check the email before I get off the show, because something might have happened before we even got off the show.
I mean, you just think about this stuff, and it's like, and here's the thing. So parents, once again, I understand we've said this before. Ask the questions. Many of you have started asking, how much is it going to be to get in? Many of you have started asking that. And because I embraced that, I embraced you. Ask the question. You're the consumer. You're supposed to ask that. And one thing, I didn't know how much the Super 16 was going to be. I promised you last week, I didn't know. Then once I was asked the simple question, how much if all of this janky stuff was going on, then I know damn well I'm not going to charge less than what they was charging. I know that. Whatever they charge, I'm not going to charge less because I know my product is superior. I know my events are superior. Remember, I'm an event operator. I'm a damn good event operator. And I say it every day when I wake up in the mirror, when I brush my teeth every morning. I'm speaking that into existence. I'm telling you, I know I'm a damn good event operator. I ain't diddly ranking your kids. Maybe not. I'm hit and miss on that. But I know I can run a damn good event. So, with that being said, I hold, and you guys should hold, other events.
Yeah,
up
I
to a
totally
standard.
agree. I
Because
totally
if that's
agree.
the measuring stick, then ain't no excuses for they could go and they get your $15 for you to get in.
What?
That's what it
Man,
was.
let me get. Man, yeah, it's time for me to go. Yes, it's time for me because I'm about to
You ain't
get a
got no
headache just
medical
thinking.
staff. No medical staff. Then you lied. Somebody lied to one of those persons that emailed one of them parents and saying that the football team, right? Mind you, Adam, the
Huh?
event was Saturday and Sunday. So if the trainers was at the football game on Saturday, what the hell they got to do with Sunday? Why wasn't no trainer there on Sunday? See,
Man, y'all,
you
y'all love,
guys
I
have the
love y'all
power.
parents. I love y'all parents because y'all are y'all just let some of these folk get away with murder around here. I don't know what the hell is wrong with y'all. Y'all letting, hey, parents, listen to me. If people treat you like that, it's all right not to go to that event. Quit being so damn thirsty. It's all right to miss an event. Now you got some damn kids that's hurt. That season about to start. Couldn't get medical attention. Man, come on, man. Boy, I told you. I'm a parent. I'm thinking. Y'all don't understand. When I talk, I'm coming from a parent's point of view. I've been in your shoes. Y'all act like I haven't been in y'all shoes. I've been in your shoes. Go on, Jimmy. Let me, man.
And you know what? Like I say, accountability.
Unfreaking believable.
Accountability, right?
You don't know. Hold up. I like that. Herman, you don't know if it's not a train until you get, but your ass knew the next day. Why did you go and say, why ain't a trainer? Okay, let's say you go in on Friday. It's not a trainer. You should demand a trainer to be there. Herman, demand, man, my baby might get hurt, man. Then you're going to come back the next day and don't say nothing about it? Herman, no excuses, Herman. Herman, that's my new motto. No excuses.
Yeah, and like I said, solutions. Before you enter the event, that's when the event operator is the most vulnerable. When they're soliciting you to play, you can get whatever you want. Just like getting a new job. When a new job comes, you ever been recruited for a new position? If you want a new desk, you want a new chair, you want new carpet, you want new wallpaper, you need new decor in that office, you better ask for it right then. Because if they think that's the deal breaker, then they have a decision to make. So as parents, this is what you have to understand. When we are soliciting you, that is the prime opportunity for you to ask your questions. It's prime. Hey, how many coaches gonna get in? Oh, you letting in? Well, we letting in 2 coaches. But man, I got 4 coaches, man. We can't come. What you think the event operator gonna do? What do you think the event operator is going to do if you tell him that before you got your money? You understand me?
Y'all better than me.
So I'm telling you, I'm giving you the game listen, I just like fair value. People got to earn a living. That's earn the right to earn a living. That's
fair market value. There you
fair
go.
Fair value.
Yes. Fair market value.
If you're going to come and you're going to play in if you're going to run on certain tracks, then you're going to be held accountable.
Yeah. Fair market value. That's what we call it in my industry.
And so, like I said, people wonder. I saw somebody ask the question earlier. Ivan asked me, is the Super 16 extravaganza going to be live streamed? Understand something. Here's what I give you, Ivan. I'm going to show you this. As I hold this up, right? Let me get this right. You see the highlighted part, right? You see what the highlighted says, Super 16 extravaganza. That's the highlighted part say. This is part of a contract from Baller TV. I printed this for y'all so y'all can see this right here. You see what they say? They gonna cut me a paper check. I don't have to pay for Baller TV to come to work to do our events. You know why? Because they know it's quality events. This is a contract. You got that sound? I mean, you know it ain't no 2 pages. So, Baller TV supposed to be there. All games supposed to be streamed live. Right? So I had to go and look and dig up their contract to make sure if I was free and clear from the contract for my November events. Because I reached out to one of the viewers on the Chop Shop last night. Daryl Barnes, we talked about getting a Black-owned streaming service. And I said, well, you know what? One of these events in November, whether it be the season opener, whether it be the Hoops Giving Classic, I want to support a Black-owned business. I have the right to do that if I chose to do so. He started that up for his daughter. And so I need to make sure, though, because that's high, big-ticket basketball. We got to work it out. And he streamed the middle school city championships of our event back in February. So this is what you guys understand. Event operating. You go to these events, you request and require that certain things are asked way beforehand. And then let that person know. Guess what? You do it to restaurants all the time. You do it to restaurants all the time. Let somebody burn your bread or have your chicken or your fish not cooked as you order it, or somebody give you bad service. First thing you guys holler is what? We ain't coming back. But Why is basketball so different? Why is basketball so different? Youth basketball. It's like you feel like you hostage. You don't have to be that. You don't have to be that, guys. So I wanted to make sure that you guys understood that you have rights as a consumer. You have rights. You have the right to ask questions. And if a person, you have the right to grieve, as a parent did at the camp. You got the right to do that. And guess what? Just like you go to that restaurant and you agree and you express your grievance, most of the time, what most managers would do, they're not going to comp you your drinks, but they will comp your food at the least case scenario. There's good managers, if they want your business, to retain your business, to reciprocate your business. The good ones will comp you some. At the worst case scenario, they offer you a dessert, or we'll take the appetizer off. They'll do something to make you feel like, okay, that's a good trade-off. We appreciate your efforts. No different when you go to these basketball events. Ain't no damn difference. You know, I've done these events, guys, for a long time. And there are some events I don't get to watch much basketball. You know why? That's a choice. It's a choice. It's not by force. Some people do events, they don't get to watch much basketball. That's by force. I do it by choice because I know ain't nobody going to run the events the way that I want to run it if it's mine but me. So I'm going to be over on the wall writing the scores on the wall. So I know I got some of the best damn handwriting of any man in the building. So I know my handwriting good. Hell, being the son of a school teacher for 37 years, I had to wake up and write on the chalkboard every morning when I was in grade school. So I know my handwriting good. So guess what? I like writing. So you get that at an RCS sports event. Typing up the double-digit scores after the game. And I'm still waiting on I'm challenging anybody to find me another event that has put double-digit scores on the wall while the event is going on. Who scored double digits at every court on that day at that location? Think about this stuff. That's going the extra mile to make sure you try to provide a good product. And in turn, a lot of you guys, I appreciate it when I see that you guys appreciate it. And that's the thing that keeps me going. I can't do it. I can't half step on an event with you guys. I put a lot of energy into the event. Why I'm late yesterday? Because I know what? I'm updating some schedule and working some stuff out. Why I'm late today? I got to update the schedule again because volleyball is going to occupy C. King up until 11 o'clock. We can't start at 11. Remember yesterday, found out that the middle school, they don't release the kids until 4:30. So how the hell we going to start at 5? I don't have time to play with your time like that. That means we're going to start really at 5:25, 5:30. Now you're running late because you're going to get to your team's football game. No, let's move the times.
Wow.
That's good hospitality. And speaking of hospitality,
what else you got?
Tickets go on sale next week. On October the 4th for the season opener. We'll have the link that you'll be able to go online for the first time. We normally would drop tickets off to the schools, but because of the pandemics, I'm not feeling real comfortable doing that this year. We're going to go online sales. And I put it like this. For what you paid to get in that thing last week, you'll be able to see Duncanville, Shadow Creek, Summer Creek, Faith Family out of Dallas, Katie Tompkins, Kingwood, Concordia Lutheran, and Aldine Davis for less than what they paid to get in that event at C. King. I can't gauge you guys. I'm not going to get into price gouging on events. I'm not going to get into that. I was taught that if you build it, if you do it for the right reason, and you're gonna last. I think 20 years is lasting. That's 2 decades out doing this.
Oh yeah, you've been doing your thing. But I got to get out of here, Jim. They waiting on me. You see me keep going back and forth. I'm doing double duty right now. I got y'all over here and I got some people over here. So I'm doing double duty. So guess what?
I was holding down. I ain't know where you ain't went down.
I'm good. No, that was good, man. I'm glad you gave them that information. People need to know. Jimmy, remember what my favorite thing is? I said, somebody that came and switched the price tags on what's valuable. Y'all paying top dollar for some bullshit crap. And they done switched the price tag on you. Y'all switch the price tag back on them. Don't buy that dollar store stuff no more. Come on back to Neiman Marcus. Okay? I think that's what he's trying to say. But Jimmy, let's get out of here, man.
Yeah, man. It's time to slide down Dino's back and Yabba Dabba do this thing on this Tuesday, man. See you guys, of course, on tomorrow. Great convo. You guys kept that thing lit. It's one of them shows that you might want to go back and watch this one again. Go straight to your part. Don't forget before you leave, if you're on Facebook, go over to our YouTube page and subscribe to our page. During our race for 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube page, we're trying to do that, get there. Once we do, then we will have something special for the Chop Shop viewers. We all can come out in fellowship and if you want to sip a little bit, then we'll provide some amenities for you in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
But make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page. Also, guys, want to be sure that you share the show on your way out the door. Share your show. You haven't done so, just come on, share the Chop Shop to your groups, to your timelines. That way other people can know and remind them that we are active, we are existing, we are plowing through the fields of the World Wide Web day by day, gaining more support and more traction. Thank you guys for that. For Robert Hatter, this is Jim Hicks. Peace. I'm up out of here. Chop Shop.
We out, baby.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop.